Won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
Welcome to MCS Week 4 Challenger. I'm excited. I'm excited for today. I'm new to this. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna have great commentation and great games today. I'm loading. Helping me as far, or I'm helping him. Either way. We're gonna have a good time. We have
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Burnsville versus Green Bay Knights, and I think we are both ready to see this match. I know who I'm picking.
Yeah, it's neither team is sitting in a terrible spot, but Burnsville is definitely having a bit of an edge over here, sitting at 4th with 40 points. Meanwhile, the Knights sitting at 10th, currently at only 24. There is a considerable gap, but both teams did have a fairly decent performance in the major that did just wrap up last week. Pulling that up because I'm unprepared, as usual, but we usually wing it. They were actually in the same group, Burnsville sitting in that 1st seed. Meanwhile, the Knights sitting in that 8th seed. Ended up playing both in Group A, but falling to the same fate as Burnsville, unfortunately falling 4-0 to the Lumberjacks, and Green Bay fighting against Des Moines, but not enough, as they ended up going down 3-1 in their first bracket matchup. So they were still able to scrape together some points, but unfortunately didn't get as many as maybe they were hoping, and ended up kind of just landing them in this current spot, now going up against each other. Green Bay looking to get some more points on the board, get back into that land contention. Meanwhile, in Burnsville just trying to push as hard as possible to get into those higher seeded spots, give themselves a bit of a better look going even into the next major that's coming up in a couple weeks here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think even though the Burnsville has a little bit more of an edge, I think Green Bay might be able to pull their own still. But it should be a good matchup. I think they're kind of waiting for us, but I'm ready to give my prediction if you are.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely going Burnsville on this one. They just have such a very solid offense. They have very good defense. They have the stats to show why they are exactly where they are.
I think we lost Mike. Technical issues? No. If for those of you who didn't hear, Far went to Burnsville, and I'm planning on going with Burnsville as well. We're gonna try to figure out this technical issue with what's going on. Not really sure.
Oh, I think I'm back. There we go. Man, I love internet. I love internet so much. It's so great. It's so great.
I'm unmuting, but for those of you who didn't hear it, he picked Burnsville. All right, Loading, you can throw your prediction out there.
All right, I'm going Burnsville as well. Sorry about that. I think we're going Burnsville. I think they have a little more of an edge, and we're gonna let them play out this match. We're gonna see who can actually dominate.
I can actually get this game to start, please. Gotta love those. Gotta love those technical difficulties.
Here we are, game 1, Challenger, and we got just a decent start off. Kickoff going over onto Burnsville's side.
Almost there. Almost there. There it is. All right. There we go. Okay. So, good thing. I didn't miss anything good. So, just under 30 seconds gone already, and Burnsville having a lot more offensive pressure. That one almost sneaking its way in. DJ getting bumped away by Alpha, relieving some of that offensive pressure. A bit of a miss there is going to leave this ball loose, go back into Burnsville territory, but Alpha with the immediate clear is going to keep the pressure in favor of Green Bay here, immediately turning it around. Just under a minute rather, gone so far, and it's kind of looking back and forth. No teams are trying to push a little too hard, but Uncle Sam already trying to get one there. That was a bit of a close call.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of keeping it around halfway, if not almost on net, but it was saved. They're keeping it midfield, if not right on to Green Bay's side. So it's looking like Burnsville just might be able to keep a little more offense on Green Bay so far. But as I say that, it looks like Green Bay was close to getting it onto Burnsville's side, but back to Burnsville. Putting it over to the side, trying to keep it close, but can't.
As Green Bay mounting some pressure of their own. Still no goals scored in this first game. Dicey Moon trying to get the first one going. Me over to Uncle Stan. It's a bit of a slow play here. DJ get a pinch off the wall. Gets it over one defender. Trying to reach it, but not enough boost in the tank's going to make it a little more difficult. 50 off the backboard. Grant not able to reach it. DJ with a shot, and Burnsville are going to be the ones to open up scoring in the series.
What a play, you know, passing it right into mid, leaving that placement just beautifully to that far side where nobody could reach it. 1-0, 2:51 to go. I think that was a great play by Burnsville, just keeping it close and then being able to throw it mid right when needed. Keeping it close, almost had an air dribble bump, but wasn't able to connect. Grant trying to throw it away upfield. Back over to Green Bay's side. And Dicey Moon just clears it up.
Great play again coming from Burnsville Alpha. Just running out of boost. They're not quite able to reach it. Jack just throws something at the net. Try and get in the way. And unfortunately, it fell just a little bit short. Just past halftime now. Burnsville with the insurance has some room to work with. Dicey Moon trying to get a third one going for them. A great pass off the backboard, but no one there to take advantage. DJ on the challenge with Grant immediately sent to the Green Bay backboard as Jack Knight trying to keep the pressure going. Alpha with the shot, DJ with the block. Now it's pressure mounting in favor of Burnsville. Turnaround, Jack Knight trying to get the pressure going. Falls just a little bit short. DJ getting bumped out of the way. Grant trying to keep the ball mid, no one there. Uncle Stan not able to get there. That was a golden opportunity for Green Bay, but unfortunately they just couldn't find it in the back of the net.
Yeah, now we got Dicey Moon trying to clear it over to the Green Bay side. Wasn't able to. Got Grant following it up, trying to 50 at middle. Couldn't quite get past that defender. DJ's up, clearing it over to the sidewall, trying to double. Got the double. Oh, and almost the fake. Trying to do a light touch. Oh, almost in, but we got Alpha clearing it out. Alpha and Dicey Moon fighting to go for the ball. Got Uncle Stan clearing it up. DJ putting it to the corner. Dicey Moon taking it from him, trying to take it up in the air, up over Grant. Alpha's taking it now. Over into the midfield. Over to Jack Knight. Jack Knight, can he finish it? Can't quite, doesn't have the boost.
Green Bay still looking for their first goal in this game one. Don't want to start a drought, as that's going to make it very hard to score later on in the series. Grant trying to make the read there. Couldn't quite find it. Not enough boost to work with. Uncle Sin with control. Has plenty of time here. Is able to play it off the wall. Gets that last touch. Grant with that follow-up, however, is going to send that all the way to the other corner. Dicey Moon with one touch. Gets it past one. Couldn't get it past the second. DJ hitting it off the backboard. There's an opportunity here for Burnsville, but he goes wide. A great opportunity for them. Unfortunately goes unredeemed, but still sitting up 2 goals. Not a lot of time left for Green Bay here. This one might be sealed already.
Yeah, we got 18 seconds to go. They got to make something happen if they want to at least get a goal onto their scoreboard, make them feel a little bit better. But it looks like we're going to count down the last few seconds on the Green Bay side. If Burnsville can close it off with one more shot, and they can't. Burnsville takes the win. What a game. What a game. Just seemed like Burnsville had that edge to them. Like we were saying before, Dicey Moon coming on top and just kind of helping his teammates out with those saves and everything.
Absolutely, and just this is what we were expecting coming into this series. Burnsville has a lot more offensive pressure. Most of that game, Green Bay had a couple of opportunities, unfortunately weren't able to capitalize on them, but DJ alone having 4 shots. Meanwhile, Green Bay only having 4 shots to the whole team. But not discrediting Green Bay, they do still have a lot going for them. But just trying to get a feeler on this one. This could just be a bit of a fluke for them. Try and get Burnsville into a nice, comfortable spot, and then all of a sudden, bang with the offense, bang with the defense. That is one of the most tried and true strategies that I have seen across all of Rocket League, in all honesty. And I can definitely see it happening here. They just got to turn it around as fast as humanly possible. Don't want to go down this game 2 and be on series point already.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're going to start getting into this second match. We'll see if Green Bay can just switch out their play style a little bit, get a little bit more on that offensive side. Hoping that they can at least take one game for the road while Burnsville is in control.
Already, we see a couple of pushes, but only 5 seconds. We had a bit of an awkward kickoff, but Dicey Moon on the challenge. Alpha able to pop it past, goes back to mid, but DJ on the challenge. Jack Knight trying to pass out to the wall. No one there to take advantage, however. Uncle Stan with a great 50. He's going to send it all the way back to that Green Bay corner. DJ with the pressure, gets it past one, gets a demo on Alpha. An opportunity for Uncle Stan goes away. A great opportunity for Burnsville goes by the wayside. Dicey Moon with the fake almost redeems it. Uncle Stan still with some pressure. Here's the shot from DJ, and the defense finally cracks under that immense pressure from the offense.
Yeah, that was some insane pressure that Burnsville had. They were just not letting him get out of that corner, not letting him get onto half field, and they took advantage of Green Bay just kind of scrambling. We got this kickoff going in favor of Burnsville, but Green Bay takes control. Grant up in the air, flip reset, not able to finish it off. Up in the air is DJ trying to cover most of the net. Up to the backboard, DJ's up, trying to 50. Almost in the net. They're almost able to finish, and Alpha's able to score. What a shot.
Absolute chaos on the Burnsville goal line. Alpha off the backboard, able to get the touch, and Dicey Moon just not quite ready for it. In all honesty, I don't think anybody would have been ready for that. That was quite an amazing touch. We have a tie ball game here, just under a minute gone so far.
Yeah, tied up, and it's looking like that one goal might have helped Green Bay get a little bit of confidence that they needed in order to go against this Burnsville team. They are playing a little passive, but looks like they're trying to keep it a little bit closer, not trying to boom it out as much, trying to use each other and just not letting Burnsville take too much control. Nice demo from Jack Knight. Grant takes it from him, tries putting it over to Alpha. Alpha tries going a shot, can't. Gets blocked by DJ in the corner. Dicey Moon tries clearing it. Alpha there with the shot. It's 2-1. What a shot. Great play.
I feel like I called it before. They lulled Burnsville into a comfortable spot where they thought they'd have all of the space, all of the boost, everything they could possibly need to take a win. And then they snap on them, turn around immediately. A great comeback here from Green Bay, taking the lead in game 2. But still plenty of time left on that clock. This game can turn around very, very quickly. Dicey Moon with control, gets it past the second defender. Jack Knight back with very little boost. That one's going to go out mid, but Grant with a big hit is going to send it up to Jack Knight. Jack Knight going off the corner, not quite able to find the follow-up touch. That would have been quite the amazing shot to see, as now Alpha pass out mid. A demo from Grant on Dicey Moon is going to relieve some of that defensive pressure. Pass out mid. Dicey Moon able to pick it up just a little bit too high. DJ trying to reach it with the fumes of boost they had left in the tank, but unfortunately not able to find it. Big 50 goes out to Jack Knight, trying to beat Uncle Stan, but not able to. Grant with a great touch. Uncle Stan pass out to DJ. That one's going to get cut by Jack Knight, but running out of boost. A demo from DJ on Alpha. Dicey Moon with a free save. Grant, great 50 in the corners, but still falls to Burnsville. That one finding its way on target very slowly, but still, it seems like both defenses have kind of hardened out, as we've gone a fairly decent amount of time with no goals scored.
Yeah, it's looking like that. Those 2 goals really helped Green Bay, feel confident in their abilities. And they're just, I don't know, it seems like the script has just flipped. It's like they're just not letting Burnsville have very many opportunity, stealing all these boosts, and just not letting them make very much play. A double commit, leaving it open to a 2v1, and they take advantage. Uncle Stan taking it all the way with the help of Dicey Moon.
You can see great communication coming from Burnsville. One of them was able to see that double commit. It did happen in the very far corner, but everybody, the second that happened, go. Try and get rid of that last defender and just send it on target. That's all we got to do, and they're able to tie the game up. But a 50! A great physical play from Dicey Moon is going to give the lead back to Burnsville.
It's just Burnsville. They're like, oh, you scored one. We're gonna take it right back. Don't worry, we'll get it. But Burnsville, they're giving Green Bay the run for their money. But Green Bay, they're holding their own. They're definitely holding their own on this one. Kickoff goes over onto Burnsville's side. Jack Knight there, 50s in the middle with Dicey Moon. No one there in the middle, but Alpha's gonna go up and try to 50, give it a little bit easier time for Jack. Can't quite do much with that. Uncle Stan putting in middle. Nothing really able to happen there. Throwing it middle again with the ceiling pinch. Grant takes it with very little boost. Unable to really do anything with that. Counting down the last minute. Green Bay's got to make something happen if they want to at least take one game for the road on this series. Grant up in the air. Going to the corner. Not much able to happen there. 50 in the corner.
Now, Green Bay finding themselves in a very dangerous spot. They cannot be letting this fall to series point without at least something to work with. As now, Burnsville just trying to burn time. Dicey Moon, 50 with Grant. That one's going to fall back into the Burnsville corner. Alpha getting the follow-up. 30 seconds left here. Great bump. That's an opportunity for Jack Knight. A great bump play on the backboard from Alpha to open up the net.
Beautiful, beautiful play. That bump was needed, much needed. And Jack knew right to be where he needed to be. Bringing Green Bay tied up with Burnsville. Last 30 seconds, lots on this line. I think Green Bay really wants to take this win. So they're trying to be a little bit more aggressive. Grant's up in the air, 50s. Uncle Stan trying to 50, can't quite do that. But Dicey Moon getting bumped. Jack Knight is there to take the ball over into the corner. Trying to 50 with DJ, can't quite do that. Very little boost for Green Bay. Dicey Moon just trying to keep it clear. Trying to go to the middle for Uncle Stan. Last second goal, and he spots it!
Oh, heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking for Green Bay. They had the tie. They were ready to go into overtime, and Uncle Stan slots it past the last defender and sends it right in the net. That's got to be a big morale killer right there. Green Bay now sitting down 2-0 in the series after that, and it's looking rough for them. They have a lot going for them, but they've got a lot more to go against here.
Yeah, I think if they kept up what they had at the beginning, just that aggression and communication, the right spacing, they might have been able to pull it off. But I think they got a little scared towards the end, being tied up. They wanted that one more goal to secure that, and they just weren't able to. But great plays from Uncle Stan and Dicey Moon, just keeping everything moving. But Alpha just being a absolute leader for Green Bay, along with Jack Knight. And not to is anything, but Grant was there, as a third. He was doing his best, putting everything in.
Absolutely. And just looking at these stats really quick, Green Bay actually outshot Burnsville by 2. Burnsville having 6, Green Bay having 8. But again, it's not in this series. It seems that it's not the quantity of shots that's winning the games as it is the quality of shots. And Burnsville just having much more secure opportunities on offense has definitely been showing over these last 2 games. But now Green Bay got to make the reverse sweep happen if they want to take this series for themselves.
And it could happen. It could very well happen. with how they started off last match, I think they could easily take this one if they really stuck to it and they pushed everything on offense. They could absolutely take this one for the road. Starting off strong though, playing everything in the midfield almost, but getting over onto Green Bay's side. Dicey Moon trying to put it up into the air. Uncle Stan is there to keep it over on Green Bay's side.
And I could definitely see Green Bay benefiting from some more physicality. It did them a lot of good in that last game. DJ almost finding a shot on target, goes a little slow, as now Green Bay have an opportunity to get away. That one's going to fall on target. A pinch from Uncle Stan is going to get the leading goal for Burnsville.
That's crazy that he was able to see that and 50 that just beautifully into that pinch, right into Green Bay's net. I think Burnsville is like, we're going to take this all the way. We're taking this 3-0. I don't think we're going to let this go any more games. They want this win and they want it bad.
Absolutely. Burnsville looking to get their second. Great speed from the defense here, but it's still not out of danger. Grant having an opportunity, but Dicey Moon able to keep it away from the net. Jack Knight pass out to mid. Alpha trying to find the shot. Grant, last man back. No boost to work with. Able to get some good contact on the ball, however, keep that pressure away. Letting teammates scramble back on defense. DJ trying to get the read off the backboard. A great touch from Alpha to get it past two attackers there. That's going to put a bit of a roadblock on the offensive pressure here. Grant trying to get one off the ceiling there. Alpha, good save on the goal line. Now Green Bay able to find the blue territory of the field. Gets it past. That one's an opportunity. It's shot on. A great save from Dicey Moon. An absolute send from them to try and get it away, and it almost finds its way into the back of the Green Bay net after that.
They had been struggling for a little bit. They're trying to get it out away from their net, and kudos to them because they really stuck to their guns on that defense, and they made it over to the Burnsville side. Almost a shot on net. Uncle Stan able to clear that out. DJ following that up into a 50, back into Green Bay's side. Alpha trying to keep it going over into the side of Burnsville. Didn't have any boost to finish it off, but here we are on Burnsville's side trying to get it back over to Green Bay. Not letting Green Bay take too much control. Oh, but there's a shot and it's too high. Alpha so close on scoring that, but we're keeping it in the corner of Burnsville. Jack Knight in the middle, takes it up against the back wall. 50s, got Grant up on that Alpha. Open, he's able to score. Green Bay is not going to go down without a fight.
You love to see it. Grant off the backboard. Alpha just with the speed, able to get there. Dicey Moon trying to reach as that shot was lacking in some speed, but it was still able to find its way in. Green Bay tying the game up once again. How are they going to be able to keep this game going in their favor? Maybe by ringing off shots like that. That might find a very quick lead for them.
Yeah, now we got DJ taking control, and it's just a shot from Alpha. Alpha is there. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna take that right from your hands. Beautiful, beautiful shot.
Oh man, 79 miles an hour. That was a heater too. Oh, Green Bay with a lot of assistance from Alpha, sitting up in the lead now in this game 3. They don't have any other options other than to just full lock here. Jack Knight gets 50 with Stan. That's going to find its way in front of the net, but DJ not able to get down fast enough. Dicey Moon almost able to get back and send that on target. DJ picking this one up, goes up the wall. Not a lot of boost to work with. Elects to just leave it. Great touch there from Jack Knight. Big 50. He's going to send out mid. It's a race to the ball. 50 from DJ and Alpha. Going to keep it in Green Bay territory. Uncle Stan gets a 50 out, but Grant picking up a savior medal. Going to get the pressure going in favor of Green Bay. Now Jack Knight trying to find one on target. Goes just a little bit short. And now we are back in Green Bay territory once again. We do seem to be seeing this side of the field more often than not. But Green Bay has been able to make their opportunities in Burnsville territory count. As now trying to get another one going, but it seems that they're starting to run low on boost. And it's going to be dangerous as that one, almost dangerous for Burnsville, almost snuck its way in.
Oh, and as you were saying, we almost had another sneak-in goal. But luckily, looked like possibly Dicey Moon was there. They're just putting shot upon shot upon shot on net, and Alpha, once again, is there to clean up. We got 45 seconds. Honestly, if Burnsville wants to take this series 3-0, they gotta make things work in the next 45 seconds.
They really ramped it up. Green Bay, especially ramping it up on that aggression that I was talking about earlier. Those bump plays have been going in so clutch for Green Bay. That one finding its way on target just a little bit high. As now Grant trying to just burn time here. They have the insurance. They have everything they could possibly need to take this game 3 away from Burnsville. But not out of the woods yet. That one falling just a little bit short. Dicey able to get a good 50 at mid. A demo on the goal line, giving Green Bay a bit of the taste of their own medicine, and that's going to cut that lead down by 1.
Yeah, they're definitely ready to fight for it. They're not letting them take another goal, and they're Burnsville. They're like, we got to make something put in, and they put it in. They took that 30 seconds, and they took it. As we're talking, Dicey Moon putting it towards Green Bay's side. Wasn't able to finish that. Looks like we might end off with Green Bay unless Dicey Moon is able to finish it. Uncle Stan was almost there too. Last second, can they keep it up? Can they do another 0-second goal? DJ popping it middle. Alpha's there to shut it down though. Green Bay takes the win for that one. Man, they came out fighting. They were ready.
Oh, man. Yeah, Green Bay not going to go down another game by a 0-second goal. And I just wanted to talk about that last defensive stand from Green Bay. That was amazing. I thought that was in all day, and it just fell short every single time. Amazing defense coming from Green Bay there in those final seconds. But, oh, man, it's looking closer and closer. As now Green Bay having 9 shots, Alpha with 7 of their own here. Amazing offense, a great showing from Alpha just in this game alone, let alone the entire series. Meanwhile, over on Burnsville, 6 shots accredited to Uncle Stan. Meanwhile, 2 to GJ and Dicey Moon respectively, sitting at 10 shots total. It's getting really, really close between these teams. We're starting to see them in full form, all the way ramped up on every single cylinder, and this is going to be a very, very close game 4 here.
Yeah, I think Green Bay is starting to warm up. I think they're ready to fight for that. These next 2 games, they're thinking, oh, we can take them. We can take these next 2 games, and we're going to take it all the way to a game 5. But we'll have to see if Green Bay can clean it up here in this 4th match. Dicey Moon with the kickoff over into the corner. And yeah, just a slow start to this game, but should ramp up here in a second.
I don't blame them, though. You thought you had this series in the bag. You thought you were going to be able to run away with it. And all of a sudden, the team that you were previously doing incredibly well against is all of a sudden beating you in a very pivotal game. But DJ almost able to find the shot. It's a wide open net for Dicey Moon, though. 29 seconds in, and Burnsville looking to make a statement. That last game was a fluke. We're taking this series away from you.
Yeah, DJ, he's like, oh, I'm going to put this somewhere close. If I can't shoot it, I got my teammate right there. And he was. What a beautiful play. Kickoff going in favor of Green Bay. They're going to try to keep it towards the middle. Getting bumped by Dicey Moon. Uncle Stan's going to take the ball away. Going middle off that 50. Pop off on that back wall. They have an opportunity. Green Bay slots with Jack Knight. Beautiful.
Am I the only one getting deja vu here? That looked very similar to the goal that just happened for Burnsville. And now Green Bay getting a very quick response. 49 seconds in, and we already have a goal apiece. This one's going to be close, but this could signal a turning point in the series for Green Bay if they're able to take it away from Burnsville. Grant trying to keep some pressure going. Alpha just harassing the defense to get that second goal. An amazing physical play coming from the attackers.
Yeah, the Green Bay, they're like, oh, we want to play some bumping game? We'll show you how we play some bumping games. And they came out. What a beautiful bump. Could clear up that net. And I don't think Burnsville too happy about that. So let's see if they can take control. And DJ's almost there to put one in right away. Still in the corner. DJ's up in the air, still with it. Jack Knight tries 50ing it. DJ's still there 50ing. He's just carrying everything right now.
Oh, and the musty from Alpha almost finds its way in. That was a great form, as now Uncle Stan trying to get some pressure going back in favor of Burnsville. Jack Knight gets an awkward touch off the wall. A bit of a double commit coming from the defense. An opportunity has arisen here for Burnsville. DJ looking to get the shot on target, falls just a little bit short, leaves it for her teammate Uncle Stan with the shot, but Alpha reaching across, getting the save. Diceman putting it on target, able to slot it in past the defense, and we once again have a tied ball game.
They're both ready to fight for this game, but I think Green Bay is they're fired up. They're firing on all cylinders. They might have a few whoopsies here and there, double committing on a few things, but for the most part, they're ready to rock and roll on these games. Alpha taking this across the back wall, trying to keep it away from Burnsville. Grant clearing it from the corner. He's 50ing it in midfield. Dicey Moon to collect. Up on the Burnsville side, DJ's got to collect. He does. He pops it up in the air, going for a solo play. Flip reset, couldn't quite get the 50 in.
Burnsville finding themselves in a bit of a familiar situation. They were in this kind of tough spot before where they were just hammering the defense but couldn't find it in. And a great example there, a phenomenal save from Grant. Able to keep the pressure away, but not for long. That one finding its way just off the crossbar. DJ getting control. Grant just looking for something on that offensive push. A great touch from DJ is going to keep it away, but a phenomenal follow from Grant. It's just back and forth. It's hard to tell which player's going to go for it next, and it's going to be Jack Knight going for it next, taking the lead back for Green Bay.
Oh man, they're back and forth, and then Green Bay finds this little opening, and they're able to score, and then it flips right back around, and then Burnsville's kind of going back and forth with Green Bay, and then they get an opening. I think this might be a high-scoring game if it keeps up like this.
Absolutely, and especially on that last play, you can see the communication coming from Green Bay. Grant was all over that ball, but Jack Knight was able to let him know, I have a shot, let me take it. And trusting your teammates is a very big thing that takes a lot of skill and a lot of, generally a lot of experience when it comes to these higher paced games. You don't want to, if you think you have the opportunity, but it just falls a little bit short, but trusting your teammate is going to be able to give you so much. And that was a prime example, as now Green Bay trying to find the insurance. A minute and a half left here for Burnsville to try and close out the series. Uncle Stan, touch off the wall there. Alpha with control, gets it passed out mid, pass over to Jack Knight. Jack Knight with the shot. A phenomenal team play coming from Green Bay to give them the insurance.
You know, at the beginning, I thought Burnsville was going to take it all the way. They weren't going to they were going to have a fight, but they weren't going to have to, go into a game 4 or game 5. But man, Green Bay, they're coming in hot, and they're like, oh, we're tied up. We're going to bring this to a game 4 and 5, and we're going to just take it all. You guys thought we had it in the beginning, but not anymore. But DJ is there. He slots it. Not really giving much room back to Green Bay. Green Bay's got to maintain that lead now.
Fortunate hesitation coming from the Green Bay defense. Both defenders were backwards and in a very unfortunate spot, making that shot very difficult to defend. But that's where the insurance comes in. You can afford mistakes like that when you have the space in scoring that Green Bay did. Alpha almost finding that one on target. A wide open shot for who else but Jack Knight, getting that insurance immediately back for Green Bay.
Yeah, Jack Knight, he sees something. I don't know how he's seeing these plays playing out like they are, but he's just finding these slots and he's changing them out. Green Bay's up 2 now, 5-3, and honestly, I don't know if I should have changed my answer to Green Bay taking it at the beginning.
I do remember us sitting in the green room waiting for the series to start. I did go Burnsville. They do look incredibly good coming out of that first major, but I did say you can't count Green Bay out just yet. Is that one finding a bit of a scramble coming from the offense, but they're able to find it, and they are absolutely proving us wrong. And I even told Stu, I said, I would love for you to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. And they're absolutely proving me wrong, and I am absolutely loving it.
Yeah, I gotta put my hands up. I was right there with you, Far. I genuinely thought Burnsville was just gonna take the play-in field. They were gonna be able to maintain everything, and Green Bay is just out here proving everyone wrong. But we're getting down to the last couple seconds. It's looking like Green Bay will take this. Jack Knight taking over into the sidewall. Over 1, but isn't able to take it the rest of the way. It's all right. Alpha's trying to waste some time. 50 from DJ. Doesn't look like any more will be popping off anytime in this next match.
Boy, what a turnaround for Green Bay. A 6-3 win in Game 4. I'll tell you what, after seeing those first 2 games, I thought it was done. I thought Game 3 was it. We're going to go to a short break, go to our next series, but Green Bay making it interesting. Look at that stat line coming from Green Bay. Jack Knight definitely stepping up in this Game 4. 816 points, 6 goals, and 6 shots. Having 100% shooting rate on that many shots is insane. And even talking just about Grant and Alpha, 3 assists for Grant, 2 assists for Alpha. The team play here is unbelievable from Green Bay.
Absolutely. They're like, we gotta lock in these team plays, because that's what was getting past this Burnsville team. Burnsville, they're able to 1v1 all day, but when it comes to team plays, it just seems like they were scrambling more and more. But yeah, Green Bay, they're here. They're ready for a fight, and I'm getting pretty nervous. Getting pretty nervous about my prediction. But we're gonna get into Game 5, hopefully the only Game 5 of this night, and hopefully our predictions come out right. But Green Bay's locking in.
It's a tall order for both teams here. Being able to close a reverse sweep on Game 5 is incredibly difficult, but so is being able to make sure it doesn't happen. And Burnsville opening up the scoring in the first 5 seconds, they're trying to make it known they are not going to let this series slip out of their hands when it was just so close 2 games ago.
Yeah, they were first 2 games, they were ripping and rolling, and they had Green Bay on their seats. But now Burnsville is just, we're gonna take it right back. It might be Game 5, but we're gonna take this series. On the Green Bay side, shot on, but isn't able to finish it. Dicey Moon, Alpha able to clear it over to Burnsville's side. Uncle Stan, very little boost, but he clears it. Grant going up, very little boost. Tries putting it mid, looking for a teammate. Jack's there, but Uncle Stan is waiting there in the midfield. DJ controlling in the midfield. 50 from Alpha. Alpha trying to flick it over defenders, isn't able to do that. 50's hit middle, goes for a bump, and he gets it! Grant! What a shot! What a play. Alpha there to pass it right into mid, and then coming through with that bump.
Oh, man. We've seen a couple of plays like that coming from Alpha and just Green Bay in general all series long, but that one was amazing. Tying the game up, just under a minute gone so far. Dicey Moon trying to get the score back in favor of Burnsville. DJ with the challenge on Alpha is going to send that one mid. Jack Knight going to be the first one to get to this ball, however. High offensive pressure coming from Burnsville, but it's looking like it might come back to bite them, as now Green Bay having the opportunity. A great save from DJ Grant getting a big demo in the Burnsville corner there, but now as tensions kind of subside for a moment, an opportunity has arisen for Burnsville. That one just finding its way a little bit short. Great 50 from Uncle Stan there, but that one's going to fall back into blue territory here. DJ with the 50 in the corner has control. Bit of a miscomm there coming from Burnsville. It's going to make it a little more difficult to get this offensive pressure going for them. Uncle Stan.
Looks like they're keeping it over on Green Bay, and they might have been able to finish it, and he does. DJ just keeping that pressure for Burnsville.
Oh man, that was such a it was so close for everybody, but no one was able to get there. But yeah, Burnsville now sitting up by 1 goal. A lot of time left on that clock, however, as Green Bay trying to complete the reverse sweep here. Grant on the challenge with DJ, able to make contact, send it back to the Burnsville corner. Alpha with control, gets it passed out mid. Grant a little bit slow to the challenge. DJ gonna get the early beat as this one finding its way. Dicey Moon with control, has the boost, goes under 1, but Jack Knight able to stay strong and get the block. It's looking closer and closer between these teams. I really couldn't tell you who's gonna come out on top in this one.
Yeah, I don't know. They're both fighting for it. But it looks like Dicey Moon has a shot. He's not able to finish it. 50 from Alpha. Jack there with the Cuxer pitch across the field. DJ there trying to control up in the middle field. Very little boost. Uncle Stan takes it from him though. Trying to put pressure on Green Bay, but Jack Knight is there. Keeping it away. Trying to slow things down a little bit. Up on the backboard. Alpha is there, full tank. Trying to keep it close, bring it over to Burnsville's side, and he does. Jack Knight is there trying to pass it mid, but Dicey Moon is there.
It's now Green Bay finding themselves in an uncomfortable situation. 2 minutes left in Game 5. They're still down by a goal. They've got to at least tie it up to send it to overtime quickly. With how this Burnsville team is playing, a big demo from Uncle Stan on Alpha. That one's going to find its way on target. And now the pressure is all on Green Bay. Down 2 goals, just under 1:45 left. This is looking a bit scary for them after the last 2 games they've had.
Yeah, they just overcommitted just a little bit after that demo, and they just wasn't able to get back. And Burnsville just took that opportunity. Getting down to the last minute and a half here. Stakes are high, but there's still plenty of ball game. Green Bay could absolutely come back with Alpha on the shot, and he scores. Like I said, there's still plenty of time, and Green Bay knows that.
Can't let Alpha have room like that. An amazing touch to get it over DJ. That's a hard shot to read right there, but still, that's why the insurance is there. Burnsville still up by 1. 1:28 left on the clock. Green Bay still have some work to do. Grant, DJ, 50 out there in the middle as now early challenge, but that one's going to get 50'd away by Dicey Moon. Has an opportunity here, but Alpha immediately on challenge. You're not scoring anymore today. No siree. As now Green Bay trying to get some pressure going and almost able to get the skim shot coming from Grant, but falls just a little bit short. Jack Knight pass out mid, gets the 50 on Dicey Moon. 1 minute left here for Green Bay. They've got to get something going now. Alpha not able to find the challenge against Dicey Moon. There's that one finding its way. A bit of a scary situation for Green Bay. They're able to get the save, but it's still in danger. That one finally cleared away. Dicey Moon picking it up again. Grant able to get the stop. DJ just trying to keep the pressure going. Just burning time if they absolutely have to. Keep it on this half of the field. A demo from Uncle Stan onto Grant. 30 seconds left now. DJ looking to get the shot. That one falls just a little bit short. Dicey Moon with the 50 out mid. 2 players there for Green Bay, but no boost between them. No offensive pressure available. 20 seconds left. Alpha looking for the shot. Able to put it on target, but Dicey Moon able to get the save. They're not out of the woods yet. This one finding its way out to mid. Alpha, last man back, has to make something upfield now. As Green Bay trying to get some offensive pressure going these final seconds. Dicey Moon with the challenge. Alpha pops it up. Jack Knight trying to get the challenge. That one's going to fall away. And the dreams of the reverse sweep fall just a tiny bit short.
What a series. I gotta give it to both teams. Both teams just gave it their all. And I mean, just such a high shooting game on the last three. Everyone was out shooting their hearts out, and they were ready to rock and roll. But Green Bay definitely came close to taking that series. They took the game 3 and 4. Unfortunately, wasn't able to finish off game 5.
And that is so heartbreaking. It was such an intense last 2 minutes right there. But Burnsville just able to hold strong. Don't want to get reverse swept, especially on stream. That's a little embarrassing. I definitely haven't had that happen to me before. I don't know. Don't go looking into that. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. But regardless, a very big congratulations to Burnsville, able to shut down the reverse sweep. Green Bay, absolutely nothing to be upset about. Sure, you didn't get the win tonight, but that was an amazing series. And it's just that if that's going to happen for the rest of the season, definitely making a good run in that second major, I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm very happy with both teams, with how they played. They played their hearts out, and they were just awesome all around. It was such a close game on the last 3 and 4 and 5 matches. It was just, I'm impressed, but good job, Burnsville. And luckily our predictions came true. But that's where I'm calling it for tonight. I appreciate the opportunity, and yeah, hope the rest of the matches tonight go well.
Absolutely.
I believe we might be going to a break to get the next teams up and rolling, and we will see you guys shortly.
They say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months where I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Nothing. won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like our future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Challenger Week number 4. That last series was a pretty good one. My team unfortunately lost in 5. And that's the garbage part, I guess you could say. We went for a reverse sweep. We did not get it. It's just sometimes you don't win. It's all good. It doesn't matter. But regardless, looking at this schedule, Omaha and Bloomington up next. The new Omaha roster that I've seen a little bit of. They've been together for a couple weeks now on an absolute tear. Looking at major number 1. They unfortunately lost in that second round in the quarterfinals to Brainerd. But sitting all right in standings so far. Top 5. Just trailing them, though, is the Bloomington Maulers, who got only to the quarterfinal round. 9 points. 7th place right now. Both teams in the top 8. This is a top 8 standing series currently. This is going to be a good one. I'm excited for it. I got to probably hop back over to me quickly to get my prediction here in super quickly, but there's the guys all locked in, ready to go. I have to predict who I think I'm going to win. Who do I think I'm going to win? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? Do we back Clash DA? Or do we back... And it's Nate and the Omaha Buffalo. Regardless, you can back whoever you want to. You can pick whoever you want to win. I'm going to go with the Bloomington Maulers on this one. 7 seed. I'm already liking my pick as that shot from Blaudat. Going to go wide. Follow-up from Clash DA is on target. That's why I picked you guys. That's why I'm for this team. Beautiful follow-up from Clash. That is not an easy shot. With 2 defenders in the net, you have to hit that with some pace, and that's exactly what he did. Clash DA on the opening goal for Bloomington. 7 seconds in, already off the kickoff. These guys lighting it up, ready to rock and roll. Bloomington in the orange. You got Clash DA, Hero, Kep, and Blaudat. Hero and Blaudat, excuse me, actually brothers, and part of another brother duo. As is, you've got me and my brother Trash on Green Bay. Bloomington, Bubbly Reaper and Fishy on the side of the other brother combo. I don't think Fishy is. No, he's on Kansas City, and Bubbly just made himself known onto Brainerd in Premier. So those two both on separate teams, not on the same team, but these guys on the same team. As Omaha's able to get one back, you've got Fena, Made It Saint, and Pace. The only remaining member from the original roster is Fena, and Made It Saint and Pace were picked up as, I believe, retirement pickups. So they were a little earlier before the first trade window, but first trade window, I didn't look at the format. I didn't show you guys the format, so I believe it's closed. I'm not sure, don't remember, but regardless, heck of a shot by Pace. Hero on that save. Able to turn that one away. Blaudat gonna be able to follow this one up. Possibly look for one more touch, but I mean, realistically, all you can ask is that he moved the ball forward, and that's exactly what he did. Gives it to his brother on the follow again. Is Blaudat. Hero played the ball off the backboard, got a decent touch, but it was turned to the side. Blaudat now collecting against his former franchise from last season, made land with Omaha, ended up losing. I don't really want to talk about that team because came in as favorites, but did not live up to the expectations. And I don't want to continue to highlight that because I talked about it a million times this season. And those guys deserve better. But regardless, made it Nate one challenger last season. Again, talked about this 1,000 times. With the former Burnsville roster now of DJ, Dicey, and Uncle Stan, like you saw in that last series. DJ and Dicey were on the same team with Made It Nate. So far, Uncle Stan, I guess you could say, filling the Made It Nate role well. As like we just saw, they won in 5, but I mean, Made It Nate last season's Challenger Land MVP. Very important player on the field, and you're seeing that Pace, former Premier player, been around for a very long time in the record books of some of the most games played in MCS history. He's getting up there. As looking at some of the league records, he's definitely on the board for some of them, as is Made It Nate. And now Clash kind of putting his name in that conversation as well. You know, somebody that's been around for quite a bit of time at this point. Blaudat going on to season 4, maybe 5, something like that. Been around for quite a bit too. Hero, a newer player, but one rising star last season, made his way onto a challenger roster with his brother, and I think only has continued to improve. Somebody that takes his training very, very seriously, wants to get better at this game, and going to be interesting to see if that kind of pays off here with this team. They're down by 1. They got 2 minutes to go. Blaudat's going to play it forward. Where is Hero on target? Blaudat, what a 50-50 from Pace to keep that one out. How in the world do you not get any sort of bounce to go your way on that challenge? So that one will be turned to the side. Clash crashes down, but his shot's going to go wide of target. I have no idea how in the world they were able to 50 that out and keep it away. Just turned to the side, and that is absolutely ridiculous of a stop from Omaha. A minute and 30 to go. Almost done and dusted. Hero good for one more touch. Does not hit the ceiling. Just going to fake this one out. No boost. See Omaha just kind of waiting. On it is Blaudat. Off the 50-50 challenge from Clash. Won't result in much. Hero goes flying past the ball. One's going to go down the field. Fena ends up being a double commit with Pace. Made It Nate, though, has enough boost and the ball side. Able to turn that one away. Nate around one more. Might be able to follow this one up, but is not going to make contact. 50 seconds to go now in this opening game of our set. Second series of the night between 2 top 8 teams that are only just trying to improve their standing so far coming off of the trade window. Neither one of these teams really active in it. That's good to see that they're still confident in their own rosters and their own ability and their own chemistry that they've been building for the past couple of weeks since the start of that season and end of October. Early November is Made It Nate with a lovely scoop. Pace able to follow it. Clash DA has to collect and does. It's up to the corner. Only 10 seconds to go here. Going to run out of clock here if they can't get the ball down the field in enough time. Demo on pace. Clash. Won't be right away. It is a Rule 1, and it might result in a game win for Omaha. Wait until it hits the ground. Clash is going to keep it up. They got a little bit of a 2v2 here for a second. Made it Saint towards the net. Hero can't keep it up. It will find its way in. And that will be a 1-0 series advantage for the Buffalo off of the 0-second 50-50 here from Nate. It's Nate and Pace. This Pace just keeps on to the ball, and a win for Omaha. And obviously looking at this first game, I mean, opening goal here from Bloomington looked really, really good from Clash. The follow-up was quick. It was a nice on-pace shot. But since then, their offense kind of just fell flat. You see the kind of giveaway from Clash, and that just turned into a Fena touch that went all the way on target. And interesting for sure to see kind of how things kind of transpired since then. But, you know, what kind of changes will we see from Bloomington on defense? I don't think very many. I think they just need to simplify things on offense a little bit more, trying to go for a little bit too much. But yeah, these guys are more than capable of making things happen. Hopefully they get a little bit more energy going here, because it doesn't look dead, but it doesn't look as hype as I think I was expecting them to come out to be. But we'll see what ends up happening here in this game number 2. Should be a fun one. Forbidden Temple. The backdrop. Absolutely beautiful going into game number 2. Bloomington down by 1 in the set. And Omaha came out really ripping in that opening game. It's made its Nate off the crossbar. This Omaha team has not lost in some good time since that major, obviously, but them in league play since making this move have been not a fun team to play against. Almost seems like they're more comfortable in league play, which, yeah, I mean, I guess you could say a lot of teams are more comfortable in league play and in the weekly matches rather than actually being in the, in the majors or in that LAN environment, whatever you want to say. But it comes down to, you're going to be more comfortable in these matches because they don't hold as much weight. That's why we don't have that many major champions. That's why a lot of people can't call themselves winners of those tournaments. That's why we only have one team from each league in one season. But there will be 2 major champions this season, obviously, with 2 majors. And we have never had a team win both majors before. And neither of these teams won major number 1, so they won't be able to be repeats, but they can take that crown away from the possibility of that crown, I guess you could say, away from the Chicago Jungle, who did win Challenger Major number 1 in Game 7 over Rochester. Incredible series. Replays on Twitch and YouTube if you want to watch that, but yeah, neither of these teams made it insanely far in the major. Didn't really get a ton of points from it. But they both made bracket play, so that's a win in of itself. Could be worse. Could be knocked out at group stage, which, if you're trying to get top 8, not your recipe for success, that's for sure. As Fena on target, stopped by Bladat, uses the crossbar. Nate, got a drop down pass. Bladat, huge clear. Put some pace behind it, if you will. I kid myself. Flash DA into the midfield. Looking for a pass. One more touch. Blocked out by Fena. Hero and Bladat all over the ball. No score so far in the first basically half of this game. As I say that, I just curse it. Hero on the giveaway. Open net is able to punt that one through. Goodness gracious. Can I talk? As 2:40 to go in this game number 2. It's been a interesting series so far. Not a ton of fireworks, just a lot of simple mistakes that each team is making that be cleaned up by one replay review, one session of looking back on how the games went. Hero looking for a bump. Both players from Omaha miss. Yeah, if you're Bladat, you're like, yeah, I'm expecting that to happen. as both of them just completely don't make contact on the ball, drive away off of it, and then don't do anything with it as Clash is going to hit one up the field to Hero. Hero is there on the follow, has 2 out of the 2 goals in this game number 2. 2's all around. Great touch from Clash. Just leads Hero down the field and kind of just says, you know, I'm going to hit it up there. You go and get it, my friend, as able to punch that one through. Still struggling saying anything at this point. Clash off the kickoff. It's going to go wide. Blood at midfield for his brother. Not going to be on target. Clash DA crashes down. Wins the 50. Goes to the backboard. Not on target. Pace. Former Premier player. Early season player. Season 1 and 2, I'm talking. You know, has been around for quite a bit of time. As that pass from Blotted on the double to Clash. 3-0 Bloomington. Omaha have no answer for this. As Pace just pre-jumped the touch, expecting Clash to just, or Blotted, excuse me, to just miss it. And if he doesn't miss it and he hits it around him, that's exactly what happens. How much he can do is difficult indeed. As other score reports coming in, Des Moines beating Bloomington. This Bloomington roster in 4, so congrats to Des Moines on that win. Winnipeg and Winnipeg and St. Cloud. Is that our next series on stream? Hold up, we got to do some investigative work here. Why were those guys playing? As I believe. Oh no, Winnipeg and Bemidji, excuse me. As I got scared for a second. So I'm like, aren't those guys supposed to be playing on this stream for this series? And I realized, no, Bemidji and St. Cloud are not the same team, Matt. They're not the same player. They are not the same people. But yeah. Omaha and Bloomington likely going to be knotted up at 1 apiece. 3-goal advantage for the Maulers. They're not really letting Omaha out, and we haven't seen we haven't seen many chances from Omaha. There's been a couple. It's just kind of an overextension. Might just be in. As I say that, Fena gets 1 on the board. There's been a couple of chances that have been good for this Omaha team. This game could be closer if they were able to get some of those to go. But yeah, interesting for sure, as we'll see what ends up happening in the latter half of this game, number 2. If you're just joining us, you missed a reverse sweep attempt by Green Bay in that first series. They fell short in Game 5 against a very, very good Burnsville team, a very game Burnsville team, as they were flying around the field. 8 seconds left in this game, number 2. Hero will be dunked by an 8, but it ain't gonna matter. The clock will run out. Bloomington will get 1 here. Huge save from Clash. So they're gonna make it happen. 1-1. Our set so far. Bloomington fights back and gets on the board. And now looking at these stats, 6 shots from Blotad. He does not find a goal, but his teammates find the goal, which is all you can really ask for. He's putting on a ton of pressure, making Omaha awkward, making them have to position correctly, because when they don't position correctly, and like you saw, they give away the ball, that's where his teammates are ready to pounce. But at the same time, ton of shots for Pace. I'll go back to the other screen here in a second, because that's basically it. There's one more goal here from Fena, but excluding that, 6 shots from Fena. Fena scores the only goal for Omaha. 4 shots from Nate. He does not score. Pace, 0 shots. No shots being put on and no pressure. As Fena going to look to 50-50 this. Does win it. Wins it to Nate. Nate plays across his net, but doesn't gain much ground. Bloodat or down to Clash. Hero was last back. Bloodat instead will cut the play off and look to keep pressure. Clash gets a demo on Pace in the net. As made it's Nate. Will get the outplay. Tries to get around Clash. Cannot do so. Wins it to Pace though. Open net for Omaha, and they strike first here in game 3. As within 25 seconds in, it's already 1-0 Omaha. Big 50-50 win. I was going to put Bloddak kind of in an awkward spot. Has to collect. Good. Going to use his backboard to win that challenge. Pace up to the wall. He's looking for one more dunk. Dunked by Hero. Returns the favor is Bloddat into the midfield. Nate is demoed. They find Clash on the infield pass. He's going to look to go mid, but Pace has the challenge read and does find the timing. And that's one thing that Omaha did not do correctly in that last game. Multiple instances where ball was played off the backboard to themselves by Bloomington, and Omaha did not find the challenge timing at all. And it ended up just being a free open net for Bloomington. This time, though, it's Omaha's turn to return the favor. Hero just, yeah. This kind of goes missing. Yeah, head in your hands. I mean, what can you do about that? And it's just a simple misplay and mechanical error that ends up instantly being a goal, and it will be. Against a lot of these challenger teams, you make a mistake, they're going to punish it right away. And interesting for sure to kind of see how these things go, but you know, tough sledding for this Bloomington team here to start off in this game number 3. As I say that, Fana gives the ball right to Clash. Clash says, thank you very much. I will put that in the back of your net. As, yeah, simple play. 3:19 still left to go here. A lot of time for Omaha to give up this lead. A lot of time for Bloomington to tie the game up. We'll see if they're able to get it done, but it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. It always will be difficult for these teams. As, you know, what will end up happening here in the latter half of this game? Will this be their return to fame, their return to glory for this Bloomington team? Can they, you know, get some momentum back? As it's like, you know, what do we got to do to kind of gain some momentum here? As Clash down the field, oh, it goes inside post and does not go. Ends up returning the favor onto the demo. Decides, well, I'm pissed off that the goal did not go through. I'll take my anger out on the defense instead. And yeah, simple play for Clash. Almost found the back of the net. Hero wins a challenge. Pace is on target. Stopped by Fana. Fana will go to that corner immediately. Dunked, though, by Clash. Bloodhound was in the middle of the field, but is not able to get a stop. And ends up kind of being the death of this Bloomington attack, excuse me. And it results in kind of just being, you know, we're stuck. We're stuck in this down by 1 scoreline, and Bloomington just can't get out of it. They can't win their next challenge, their next play that they're going for. As always an interesting scenario for them to see how these things go. And game number 3, off the backboard, hinging on 1 goal. Will Omaha be able to kind of cut down these trees that are Omaha's defense? As Clash will collect. Does not get by Fana, though. Nate around 1 more. Ends up just turning this into a simple cat and mouse game of trying to just keep the ball in the half of this Bloomington team. Not let them out. Not give them the opportunity to, you know, get out and get going. As, you know, it's one of those things of like, you know, when will we get some confidence built from this Bloomington roster? When can we see them break through this final line, I guess you could say, that has been set up by this Omaha team? Is 40 seconds now. Clash won't be able to make contact on that. Ends up just turning into a simple outplay. It's going to go off the backboard. Hero does not get one on target. Instead just rings the post. As Clash is finally able to get one through. 30 seconds now. Some time. You got some time. That's the good news. There's plenty of opportunity here to get some confidence going, get a goal in the back of the net. And will we see that from this Bloomington team in the latter part of this game? What can they get going here? That's 20 seconds to go. Feina on the clear. It's going to hit the backboard. It won't be on target. It's going to pop up. 15 seconds now. Feina. One more touch forward. Trying to stick with this and keep Omaha's chances through. Tries to kind of pinch the ball with Nate. Pace around 1. Nate does back foot. Feina barely gets enough on the ball. Pace is there. It's going to pop mid. Bladat will end up hitting into the back. The sidewall. Made its Nate infield. Nobody's home. Hero will hit it down the field. We're looking to go to overtime, but Feina wants a little bit of shenanigans here. Pace up the ladder. Whew. Will not go through or be on target. Instead, will bounce. And will hit the ground for overtime. Clash going to fake out 1. Tries to fake out Feina. Feina, though, does not fall for it. Hero's got to make an important touch and does. That one's going to bounce up high. Nate has the read and the reset, but Bladat is there to collect. Great first touch. We'll be able to stick with this. Looks to fake out Pace and does, but does not make it through that last defender. Now Nate kind of in a 1v1 here, finds Feina, but Feina's shots does not make it on target. Bladat wins a 50 around Pace. Tries to get around Nate. Clash into the corner. Bladat was looking for a bump. He does get the back line. Clash DA gets the hat trick. Bloomington on to match point as they win game number 3. And Feina just missed the challenge. Yeah, Bladat ran interference, tried to bump 1 or 2 of them, ended up getting the last defender, and that ended up being the final kill blow as Bloomington on the comeback rattle off 2 straight goals before overtime, 5 shots from Clash, 5 saves from Clash. So he's able to win this game and get it done as... Yeah, absolutely huge game win from Bloomington. They rattle off 3 straight goals, essentially, to win this game. And if you're Omaha, you're wondering why in the world are we dropping this game after basically being up 2-0 for a majority of it. As now it's like, what in the world do we do? Well, go to game 4. That's all I got to say. Simple overtime play from Clash, just faking the touch, huge bump, and a basic and simple goal scored as, 3-2 or 2-1 the advantage now, 3-2 the win for these two. As, we'll see what ends up happening for this Bloomington roster. Game number 4 on the cards here. Maulers taking over in the latter half of that last game. They use the momentum to get to that win. Hero round 1. Trying to follow that up. Ends up just losing the challenge though to Pace. Bladat gonna collect and take time, tries to fake out Feina. Feina does not fall for it. Seen that a couple of times from Bladat and Hero even. Trying to just play some simple mind games that don't really end up working. That challenge from Hero almost finds its way through, but does not make its way around that last defender. That is the crossbar. The best defender on this side of the West. Ends up bailing out Omaha for now. Anyone home to follow for Bloomington ends up getting a demo. Bladat trying to get one more touch. Nate has the read. He's end up getting bumped. Clash around 1, but does not go on target. Pace around 2, but it isn't in a scoreable spot. Bladat should have the touch. Does have the 50. But doesn't really get much out of it, and that's the thing that Omaha have started to kind of not do as well as Bloomington is make the most of their touches, but they do make the most of that touch. Absolutely beautiful. Right from Pace, just gets around Bladat and nothing you can do if you're that defender. That into the corner, trying to win a 50-50. Nate, though, won't fall for it. Ends ends up shutting down that attack. Turns it into a better opportunity for this Bloomington team. End up getting a demo, but they don't really get anything out of it. So just being a simple defensive stand that has to be made by this Bloomington team. Where will the mechanicals come from for Bloomington now? Down by 1. They have to start getting some, I guess you could say some strengths going, because it seems like they're struggling on getting the ball out of their half. Clash doesn't collect the corner boost, instead leaves it for his teammate. And we'll see what ends up happening for the latter half of this game, as these two kind of just fighting to see who takes control of this series. Will it be the Maulers, who took over the last couple of games and really, to me, have just taken over this series in general? Have not had many struggles when it comes to gaining momentum. And so far, in this game, they've been shut out completely. Every chance that they've tried to put together, whether it be a touch forward like that or a simple aggressive play that they've been making, it has not worked. And will their fortunes turn to the better? As their lives are not getting any easier in this game. I mean, simple 50-50 wins from this Omaha team, just keeping an advantage forward, keeping some sort of challenge where Bloomington has to overextend. Clash on the shot. Nate has the block. Game kind of out of nowhere. His hero into the midfield will be dunked and cleared. Bloodat, though, cuts off the midfield. Pace has one more touch. Bloodat won't be able to help out Clash here much. Just to make 2 touches. Again, staring down a deficit are the Maulers. Pace up the ladder, blocked away. Bloodat wins the 50-50. Nate, that one on target. Stopped by Hero. Has to range back a long ways to make that save. Bloodat gets kind of a pop touch, but nobody's able to follow it up. He's the only one with any boost. As Pace, that one off the corner of the net. Fena around the last defender. Bloodat trying to get around Nate, but cannot. Nate overextends, though, for the challenge a little bit. As Pace, they hit it around Bloodat. They do eventually get around Hero as well. Just Clash last back. Not a ton of boost here to work with. What can Bloomington do in the latter half of this game? Any soup available for possession in the kitchen? Maybe it's Bloodat. To Hero, to Clash, to the backboard. Bloodat collects. Does not get around that last defender, though. And another game 5. Oh, you die on that hill. That's what we die on, the game 5 hill. As, yeah, only one replay to show. As yeah, only one goal by Pace, just a simple overextension. And that's kind of all it ended up being. As yeah, just simple plays that were made. And I mean, tons of shots from every team pretty much. As the next game gonna load on up. Kind of picked this map at random. Did not mean to put it on this, but this is what we're gonna play for game number 5. So have fun with it is all I gotta say. These two teams gonna go nose to nose here. As right off the kickoff, Pace just wins the opening shot and gets the goal. And yeah, just a simple play. struggles right away. For this Bloomington team, right off the kickoff, they don't. I mean, I don't want to say it's bad luck for them, but it isn't necessarily a good thing. See what ends up happening in the latter half of this game, but yeah, you know, it's struggles indeed for any sort of challenge that is being made. As, yeah, I mean, what else can you change on a kickoff? Not much. I mean, just guess basically your execution and what you decided to do on it. Is Fena trying to get around, gets a flick, that's going to hit the post, ends up reading it. Beautiful follow-up from Fena. Able to get the second on the board. 2-0 now for this Bloomington team for this Omaha team against this Bloomington team. They off to a not a great start, but they have been down 2-0 before. In the game 3, they were down 2-0. They came back. They were able to win it. Now looking at it, they got to do it again, but they have to figure out a way to get around this Omaha defense that just continues to stiffen up and not give them anything to work with. We'll see if they can gain any sort of confidence. As finally, Clash DA able to get one on the board. That's confidence if I've ever seen it. Beautiful shot. Off the top right corner, a slot from Clash. Pretty play. As he trying to will his team back into this series. How much confidence, though, will you get from your captain scoring? A little bit, I think, but not as much as if you scored yourself. What can Blaudat and Hero get done? They win a 50 into the corner, but Fena right on the case once again. Just continues to have an answer. Clash to the midfield, pinches out for Hero. Hero dunks into the corner. Blaudat is there, but Nate just a little bit quicker on that play. Able to make it happen. Able to get it done. As strength indeed is Nate. To the backboard. Ends up hitting that off that pass from Pace. That is absolutely picture perfect from those two. Kind of just do what they need to do, right? You know, it's whatever you got to do to get a goal. Absolutely huge pass down the field. Hero to Clash. Both Blaudat and Clash were there for it. Nate kind of has an outlet here, as does Pace, but Blaudat does get back in time. Ends up being the answer, the savior, if you will. As these two kind of just locked in a battle for who is able to take over in this game number 5. So far, no answer, though, from this Bloomington team. They've scored 1 goal, but they haven't had a ton of confidence from it. And it's just been simple play after simple play from them. Just spamming down, you know, shots as you can get them. Take what you can get. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's not necessarily a good thing. But never not a bad thing to look for any sort of advantage here. 1:20 to go. How much time will be left on the clock if Bloomington scores another goal? They're looking for it. Clash. One more touch, one more reset maybe. Blocked out by Fena. And you see the kind of confidence that you can create. You start going for those simple out plays, those simple plays that stress out the defense. So far, we have not seen a stressful defense from this this Omaha team as Clash almost gets run on target, but able to make anything work. Ends up just doing what he can with what he's got. As 30 seconds now, pace up the ladder, has one more touch forward, but doesn't end up getting anything out of it. 3 seconds, dumped by Made It Snake. Pace to the backboard, one more touch. 20 seconds in, Fena. Don't get anything out of it. As that will likely be game, set, and series. And I don't think Bloomington's going to even find one. As Fena will get one more touch, it'll be down and dusted. Sorry about that. Had to mute for a second. As yeah, game 5 won by this this Omaha team, excuse me. Bloomington gave it their all, but we're not able to take it down. So we look at the replay. I mean, this opening goal by Bloomington. Yeah, just a simple opening game for Omaha's sake. Most of their goals, most of their plays were just off from simple shots that put on pressure on the defense that Maulers weren't really able to handle. And yeah, I thought this series would be different. After seeing that opening Bloomington goal, I thought their fortunes would change. But man, it's tough out here sometimes. I mean, that game 2 was really good from them. Dominate game 4, I thought they had it done. Or dominate game 3, excuse me. I thought they had it won. But game 4, they kind of fell flat on offense. Weren't able to find anything, really. I mean, this game was just clinical from them all the way around. I feel like this is their best game of the series. Is the one they should definitely look back. And interesting for sure to see how things go. But yeah, we got to get to a break. As I am way overdue for one. And yeah, I'm gonna hop over to a break now and take my time going to it because I'm out of a voice for a couple of moments. Need some water. Haven't really had a time, but yeah. Next series, I don't know how to explain it. Up in the air at the moment as to who is playing it. I think we might be seeing Omaha and Rochester again. So we'll see what ends up happening, but just bear with me for the moment as to who is playing. I have no idea. So we'll just go with that. But yeah, BRB.
Way too many faces in the crowd, but I think that I see you. One too many days got me changing up the way that I need you. Now we're both at a bar, acting like it's not hard, trying to feel something different. Talk to somebody new, kinda wish it was you, kinda numb to the feeling. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months and I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Now that you're gone, I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Laying on my floor, thinking about all the things that we've been through. From 24/7 to pretending like I never met you. No, it's all for the best, 'cause I know we're a mess every time we're together. Going out of my mind, and I wish I could lie, tell you that it gets better. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months where I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. I can't seem to. Now that you're gone, they say time should heal, but it's been too long. Couple months and I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to move on. I can't seem to. Diving in, getting laid down, finding it out for myself. No one else can pull me out. Count to 10, clear my head now. Getting up, gonna go out just to see if I still know how. I can hardly feel, but I try to pretend. I put my hand on my heart just to see if I'm human. You hold your breath just to see if you
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm not Australian. Welcome back to Challenger Week number 4. AK's joined me. AK's joined me. AK, guess what? I get to be the fraud this time. You get to be the person staring into the abyss of utter darkness. No, not quite. Not quite. I'll be the fraud this time because my team lost on stream. We went for a reverse sweep. We did not get it. RIP indeed. But we have a different series than what we were supposed to originally have. No idea where the Winnipeg Bemidji series went, but we got Rochester and Omaha. Omaha just played their series. They won against Bloomington in 5. Rochester, they lost major number 1 in game 7. Did not get to play Omaha though. They ended up just beating Brainerd, who beat Omaha. So I guess you could say that tells you all you need to know about them. But AK, we gotta get into this series as quickly and as utterly speedily as possible. Do you have a prediction for this one, my friend?
I mean, from everything I've seen, this Rogers team just seems to play together so much. They seem to be having fun together, which is something you want from a team. The standings telltale also. I mean, if a team is grinding together, Power is just sniping every single scrum available. They're enjoying their time together. You can't really vote against that team, ever. That being said, I mean, it's not like Omaha are doing terrible. I mean, they're top 5. they did pretty decent to major. Their regular season was 5-1. Obviously, roster moves and things have changed. They made it Snake champion coming back. Land grand final MVP. I mean, it's still he's the man. I think I'm gonna go with what I said. I mean, as you can tell, I'm conflicted, Stewie. I'm conflicted, but I'm gonna go back to what I said at the beginning. Which is, I like seeing teams that enjoy playing together, that enjoy grinding together, that are having fun together. That's what leagues like this is all about. So give me the Rochester Rhythm, also my previous franchise. Shout out Power, carrying on the legacy. Give me Rochester in 4. Why not?
You know, I'm going to actually predict the exact same thing. I'm going to go Rochester in 4. I don't feel like this one's going to go to 5. I'm hoping it does not go to 5 because we are already behind schedule, but third series of the night. As this will be a fun one indeed. Game number 1 on the docket. The Rhythm and the Buffaloes. Are you in the lobby, AK, or are you watching off my POV?
Watching your POV.
Okay, that's
you can
fine.
see that beautiful pace start to the lobby. I love that. Kickoff.
Yeah. Simple goal for. Yeah, just gonna fix it out. Let's the touch go through. Ends up making contact on it, but Power, Flow, and Oibu on the side of the Rhythm. Oibu, I believe, the high pick on this team. Somebody that is a high challenger level player, and we saw that in the major. Him and Flow all over the ball, kind of letting Power just do whatever he wants behind him. Omaha in the last series took down a Bloomington team that really tried to open up the field as much as they possibly could. Went and played physical, but didn't get anything from it. Omaha eventually just kind of picked up on the fact that Bloomington was running around, and all Omaha had to do was hit the ball around them. I don't think we will see the same set though. Rochester doesn't look to play like that as much as Bloomington does. That kind of run around play style, I guess you could say. And really, Omaha was just kind of able to exploit that. Hopefully Rochester doesn't do that same thing and just looks for the simple, cracks in Omaha's structure. But a minute and 10 seconds in here, only the opening goal by Omaha, basically right off the kickoff. Since then, been living in either side for a solid 20 seconds now. Maybe can Power get this out. He doesn't make contact on the ball. Instead, it goes all the way. It pings to the other side. Oibu wins a 50. Power around. Won a long touch up the field. Fano will look for one more challenge. And AK, so far, no real true shot has been found by this Rochester team.
Yeah, I mean, including the first goal, it wasn't really a shot for Omaha either. Both teams starting off the series feeling it out. I mean, they both coming off hot off wins. Rochester seemingly easier. They swept. So I'm quite surprised at how cautious both teams are being. That is the kind of the tier we're in where teams are, I don't want to say more defensive, but they're just so good at covering everything that it just looks like nothing's happening. But this midfield pressure, this back and forth, eventually somebody will make a mistake. Easy. This is not Zen. Even Zen on goal sometimes. And Rochester hoping they gain the favor of that to tie this up. Because I mean, coming off a field, I mean, that Bloomington team, just to say, they also lost his Oibu, making it cool, trying to get a clip maybe. I don't know what that was, but he scored. Doesn't matter. Rochester tied up. But that Bloomington team that this Omaha team beat, they're just having a really bad day. So I don't know how much I would look at that win. That Bloomington team did get sucked by the win ratio with 2 rising star players subbing up.
Yeah.
So. It's an unfortunate day for the Bloomington family, but I'm sure they will be back. If you're Omaha, you don't care. You won the series. That's all that matters. It was in 5, but you won. Was it in 5? I don't know. Hopefully I didn't just lie on stream. I looked at the Rising Star score. They're perfectly aligned. But so far, I mean, it seems like Roger's just slowly getting the upper hand. They're taking more control. It's just Oibu going cross map. Omaha just letting him, saying, we'll cover the net. You waste all your boost. Nothing's happening. Made it snake. LAN MVP. Last season was all about. I feel like if you were to say, like, of every player that played in Challenger last season, as Oibu says, AK, stop talking about last season. Talk about this season. I wasn't there last season, and I'm here now. Low, beautiful touch. Power just waits it out. Oibu shot. Made it snake doesn't connect. And Rochester tie it. Just completely change it up. Coming back from behind in what feels like no time. And now Omaha is on the receiving end and say, hey, can you guys come back? But maybe it's a player who, if you were asking me, Stewie, last season, who was the guy in Challenger? I mean, they would have to be Made Snake. Through everything. Whether through everything. I'll leave it at that. It just felt like the whole season was just set up to, like, give him that championship at LAN, and he delivered, especially in that grand final. He looked so damn good. I respected him a lot before then, but that seeing him and how he performed on LAN, that is, you always gain a newfound appreciation, as Made It Snake. Speaking of, excellent save to keep Omaha in this. Players who can ice up on LAN, you just get a newfound appreciation from them every time you see them play, as he's trying pushing his team forward to that LAN spot. They're up there right now. They definitely want to win every series they can, make sure they guarantee their spot as soon as possible, and get that chem up. Oibu doesn't get the pass. Made It Snake is up. Flow goes missing. Nate fakes it. Paces shot straight to Flow. And Rochester survived this time. As both teams' offense starting to heat up. Oibu, he's had so many carries this game. If I'm Omaha, I can't let that happen too much. Yeah. Eventually he will put it in your net. As Oibu with a big clear there. Made It Snake puts it back 20 seconds on the clock. Power taking control, so trying to take time off the clock. Beautiful 50. Follow-up is from Made It Snake though. Pressure still on. Entire Omaha team is in this corner though. Can they do something? No. That pass will be cut out by Power. Nate last back. He doesn't have the double. Oibu awkward. It was missing. Vayner just puts it to the backboard. No follow-up. Nate almost sneaks it in. As the victory skin will come back eventually. But the Rochester Rhythm do take game 1, 2-1 against the Omaha Buffalo. As 8 shots from Oibu. We said at the beginning of that game there were not many shots. That was a lot of shots in a very short space of time.
Yeah. Not sure what is going on with that that victory screen. We'll have to figure out. I don't know if it's doing the same thing on your end, but I think I know possibly why it's erroring out, but regardless, interesting for sure. As game number 1, simple game for both sides. Rochester though able to take it down. Only 94 points scored from Power. Didn't really have to do much. AK kind of just did whatever he wanted to do and drove around the field, let Oibu and Flo just kind of do their thing. Now going into game number 2. As Omaha on the verge of getting having some momentum being pushed against them. Obviously, in that last series was not the case for the most part, and there wasn't at one point where Bloomington was up 2-0, or 2-1, excuse me. But they won back-to-back games and didn't lose the series. But always interesting to see how things change, how your scenario can change within a matter of moments. Pace towards the midfield, blocked away. Flo is going to just end up driving away. Doesn't really have any boost to follow. 12 boost. I mean, look at the top left. There's 24 boosts combined between 3 players. Guys, we need to find some pads, my friends. As Flo's able to make a stop with basically nothing. And within the first 45, we are living in this blue half.
Yeah, I mean, Power does all the intangibles, right? He does so much for this team. Oibu with the flash, with the carries, gets all the credit. Flo with his demos, his speed, his aggression. But without Power, like, none of that would gel together. So it doesn't. He's not going to care one bit. As long as his team win the series, having 94 points, he will not care one bit. It's on Fana, made it snake and pace to make it pay. There's 94 points. I mean, on paper, that player has no impact, but clearly he has just enough, and his teammates know how to play around him. That it's just working so well. Omaha scored in the first however many seconds of that game, and since then, it's just been backs to the wall. This Power slots that as I think that was Flo. Was it Oibu chasing down the goalie? Nate had no chance, unfortunately. And the Rhythm have the lead. So far, they don't seem to lose their leads. So, Omaha, again, you got to ask the question last game, can you come back from being down? The answer was no. If it's no again, you will be staring down the barrel of a sweep. I almost saw a reverse sweep. And the last series is Pace hitting it off his own crossboard. Hades Snake with a beautiful touch. Goes for the reset over one bag. There's a reason we don't talking about him so much at the beginning of the series, Sui. And this is it.
Yeah. Last season's LAN MVP, flip reset overflow. That's just pretty simple play made by Made It Snake. As absolutely interesting for sure. As Rochester and Omaha locked up at 1 apiece. And yes, AK, it is probably the name. I did fix it, hopefully, so I'll get that fixed to you, my friend, as quick as possible. As Power.
No, mine's fine.
Oh, well, yeah. Oibu towards the net, blocked away by Made It Nate. Nate has no boost here, able to sit behind the ball though. That's his team tied at 1 apiece. Fena trying to sit behind that. Oibu! All right.
Yeah, that was all Fana.
That's
That was
the
all
wrong
Fana. Look at this. Just slaloming around the whole team. The backflip confuses Oibu, who doesn't know where the net is. He slots at bottom ends, and Omaha have to leave. That's like that one Zen own goal from Worlds. It's like you just don't know what's happening. Like, what? Unfortunate. I'm sure they're all laughing about it. But Omaha do have their lead back.
There's 2:15 still left to go. Pace trying to get one around. Nate's there on the follow, but it's not able to get the 50-50 pace up the wall. Blocked away by Power. Chooses to collect the 50-50 boost. It's going to go midfield. Made It's Nate. Skying that one up. Flows all over it. Oibu. It's been absolutely huge this season so far and in this series. I was looking at ratings just to kind of see where he stacks up. One of the better players in Challenger overall this season. Not quite on the level of some of these people, but he's up there, at least in the top 20 out of the players that are in Challenger, and averaging over 400 points per game this season. Not doing a ton on offense, but this team really hasn't needed to. They've been good all around the board, AK, and been the team that kind of just does what they need to do to score goals, and that is a beautiful pass from Power. There's Oibu. They get it back to 3-2 as Power and Oibu combine. just beating pace to that inner side post. Just a 1/2 step quicker there, AK.
And different players give you different things, right? Maybe not individual skill-wise. He may not be on par as a kickoff goal. Omaha's lead doubles back up again. But Flo has so much impact. His aggression and his demos, especially this season. I don't remember him being this much of a demo merchant before. But his demos this season have been so good. Like he has had so many. Dare I say, like probably the most in any tier in all of MCS. And that has impact. That has impact. That has to. I mean, that's a whole player, multiple players off the pitch at any one time, and his speed too. Like his first man crashes and like you don't expect him to dive as the fakes by Oibu confusing everybody. The carry made it. Snake shuts it down. Says I've been here before. I've seen it all. Counterattack, pace, makes it 5. That was almost a highlight reel play from Oibu. Unfortunately for him, the line MVP is a net.
Yeah, as pace able to clean that one up. 1:03 to go, and 5 goals for Omaha here. They do not look phased at all on this defensive side. Oibu off the kickoff, gonna get one back here. It's gonna be 5-3. They've got a shot, but how much confidence do you have in your offense to get 2 more on the board in 59 seconds? I mean, you got to be fairly locked in of saying, hey, I know we can do this, guys, but we have to get on our horse quickly as Fena to the backboard. Not what you need if you're a Rochester fan, because they need to score, not play defense. Flow up the ladder. High touch, flip reset. Not going to get past it on the 50-50. Pace has the stop. I thought maybe there was a chance there for a second, AK, but Flo not able to get back to the ball into the, like, actually use the flip off of the reset. It just ended up being one of those plays where, got to sit back and just wait and do what you can with what you got. As defense is what is on the cards here for this Omaha team, and so far they are living up to expectations of holding their own, doing whatever they got to do to get this game win. As, Fino will make it 6 with 11 seconds to go. An AK offensive explosion here from this Omaha team.
Yeah, I mean, after game 1, this is exactly what you needed. Made a snake showing up big time pace. Fena supporting cast, but what a supporting cast they have been this game. Can they continue? We'll see. 5 seconds. Maybe Rochester looking for one more for the road, but I'm sure they'll still be confident. I don't think one loss will dent the confidence too much, but it has been a commanding loss. It's felt like Omaha shuts it down on defense and immediately counterattack. It's just in the net, simply because the aggression from this Rochester team, something that has definitely propelled them to the top of the standings all across the board in the regular season. But it's a double-edged sword. Like, if you're not connecting, if you're that half second off, this is what happens. If you have Madison in net shutting everything down, this is what happens. When Madison is making plays like these, Flo unfortunately had no chance in an island by himself. And Omaha looking good. Hopefully they can continue. Give us another 5. Why not? I went until 10 something yesterday, so let's make Stewie stay all night.
Okay,
let's do it.
right.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We did say in 4. That was a prediction.
What time did you start? 6?
Yeah, we
7?
started on time. It was just 2 back-to-back game 5s. I think one of them was an OT.
I do remember you saying that. Yeah. I remember you saying that. It was a long night.
We started the last series of the night at 8:40 instead of 8:15. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening if we have the same sort of scenario
Oh my
here.
God.
Pace, though. Well, all right. I see it. I get it. Comes off of the backboard, just appears in Oibu's camera, and Oibu's like, oh yeah, I got that. I'm gonna save that to the side corner, guys. Left? Nope. In your net.
Beautiful shot by Pace, but shout out to Fena as well. Like, it's so hard to get that pass just right. And that definitely looked like a pass. He was not shooting that.
Yeah.
Just complete on Pace's dome. All Pace has to do is redirect it. And that's not easy. But he's able to connect. Excellent play all around. Made a snake. Back flips to take control. Goes high. We already seen what he can do. Power has to meet him this time. Does. Power continued aggression. OIB will just take the goal. Why not? Get the stats up. This is all Power. We've talked about this Rochester aggression. Power even with 0 boost. I think that defender just not expecting Power to go again, and he just insta dive. Gets the corner pinch right in the net. OIB says, "Hey, my goal." And the rhythm of back tied.
I mean, yeah, it's like one of those things of like, you give up the opening goal, you don't have a ton of confidence in yourself, but as soon as you make that play happen, all the confidence comes, you know, kind of coming back. Like, it just appears. What a shot. Stopped by Oibu. Power should have this and is able to stick with it. And does. Gets around 2. That's the open net here for Flo. Flo's able to put it through. It's going to be 2-1. I am blind after that goal explosion. Holy cow. It's almost one of those things that's a double-edged sword, aka once again, of like, you know, we extend to make the play happen, but at the same time, neither one of the players makes contact on it. It's going to be a recipe for disaster. That's exactly what it was. Power up the ladder, dunked by Fena. Fena, no respect given there, even on Power's play. Power looking for maybe one more chance, one more opportunity to get this one done and dusted. What can you do if you are the Buffalo at this point? Down in this game now with still plenty of time. I mean, 3 minutes is a lot of you know, a lot of opportunity to get some more goals on the board, but it's got to be right now.
Yeah, I mean, they just gotta. I think they're still in this. The way they're playing is still a little dangerous. Same as Rochester, they're being a little too divey, too aggressive. I mean, that's how you create offense. This is not. I don't want to make it sound like it's a bad thing. It's definitely not. You just gotta temper that aggression a little bit. This Flow, beautiful 50, just stalls out attack. Made its name chasing down Power. Power is still able to get to that ball. And it goes missing here. Oibu takes control over 1. Does he have the shot? He does. Oh, with pace as well. Oibu feels like... does he have like 2 goals a game? I swear he's just scoring everything.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, it feels like he just has the ultimate confidence in the world of like, all right, I think I'm good to push up field here and kind of just run over everybody. That's what it feels like for him. You know, but...
Oh my god, Flo. We take everything back. We will never say. Oh my god, that was a beautiful shot by Flo. The best goal I've seen this season in MCS. Dude, that might be a lie, but it's close enough. Shout out Flo. Beautiful double. Beautiful control touch as well to set himself up for the double. Rochester make it 4, and with a goal like that, after the made it snake shot at the beginning, that just feels like Flo's just clap back. He says, "You could do it. I could do it too." As Oibu goes up high, made it snake, has to play it slow, reset. 2 players committing the turtle goal. Ay. That can't be great for the confidence.
5 goals here. Looking for the bump, ends up getting it. And yeah, Oibu just gets another one on the board. I mean, your confidence definitely is not high. It's not totally down the drain, but it's definitely in a rough spot after that play. Oibu, one more touch into the corner. As Power looking to keep possession here with 1:50 to go. There's time, but how realistic, AK, is it to get 4 goals after Oibu hits the crossbar there? How realistic is it to get 4 goals with 1:40 left on the clock? Especially against a team that this Rochester team just only seems to be getting better.
I don't think it's very realistic at all. My confidence is through the roof right now. As Oibu makes it 6. His 4th goal on his 4th shot of this game. Probably like his 50th goal of the series already. Genuinely, that's how it feels. I'm going to echo what Swalty said yesterday at Rising Star. You just got to use the last 1:26 here. Just win that. Just think of that as its own game. Win that. Get confidence in the next game. Because the series isn't over here. Still have hope. No point getting your head down and saying, "Oh my god, we're getting destroyed this game." It doesn't matter. Don't let it be 7. It is 7. Oibu fakes the reset. Defender has to go for it. Nobody covering the fake. Pace. Feina. Unfortunate.
We got a
Oibu
Brazil.
gets his 5th. Will it stay? I think Omaha will do everything in their power to make sure it doesn't stay. Maybe even an own goal. I have seen those. That's Feina. To the side. Oh, I can't follow it up. Oibu. I don't think Oibu cares about the Brazil. I think he wants as many cold goals as possible. The way this is going for him. Medicine does get bumped. Tries going under power. Gets a dunk out. There's an island on offense. Nobody following up really. Oibu gets a beat out on 2. Nate is retreating on negative boost. That touch. Flo following it up. Nate still able to just remain stoic. Power with an insta dive. And this Rochester confidence is just going from level to level to level. At some point, we might already be at that point. It's going to be unstoppable, and there's just no hopeless. Power with a fake. Flo goes for the double again. Pace goes missing. Nate has him covered, but it's straight to Oibu, and he gets 6. Takes it for power. It looks like the rhythm more likely to score here, which is not what you want when I say win the second half of this game, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. You still didn't concede. Shout out your defense for the last minute 20. Maybe you'll get 1-2 here. No. Whole other game, hopefully for your sake, whole other 2 games, maybe one more clip. Nah.
No, thank you. Doesn't need
What a
it.
demo.
Yes.
Yeah, and game 3 goes the way of the Rochester Rhythm. Our beautiful victory screen is back.
Yay! We did it! We did it! Yay!
And Rhythm, I'm just saying, if you're listening, for PlayStation 4, you just say, make it true. Make it true. Make it true. Casters have been on a bad run recently. I've been doing some math. Everything we say just goes opposite every single time. The Rochester Rhythm does not care about this, the casters right now. They're feeling themselves. They're feeling confident. They're feeling locked the hell in. And this season, it feels like that Chicago Jungle team they lost to in the Grands. Rochester had to fight and claw their way to that grand
the
final.
entire
I think they
time.
played two best of 7s.
Yes.
They made it to game 7 back to back to make it to Grands. Oh no, I lied. The Grands was a best of 7. Yeah, losing out by just 1 game to a team that, dare I say, peaked. Because they lost today to a couple new teams, which is it's not what you want to see. This Rochester team just feels like the best. Calling them the best team in Chow, I don't think it's an understatement.
I think they're there.
Lost.
I think they're definitely there. Confidence-wise, they 100% are, putting up 7 in the last game. But I think you could almost say that they're the team that is going to be the most consistent throughout the season. Like, we're going to see this team at the top likely the entire time. Just straight skill level-wise, they definitely have it. But they're going to be the team that can win the whole thing, AK, if they are able to put the puzzle pieces together at the right time. Obviously, Major 1 is Major 1, whatever. You lost in Game 7 to a very, very good, a peaking Jungle team on the day, like you said. But it's going to come down to, can you stay consistent through the whole season? And that's why, like I was talking about before, we have never had a team win both majors in a season. And then let alone even win the whole thing. We've always had different major champions when we've had 2 majors, and there's a reason for that, and it's purely because of not only the trade windows of teams just making moves and then getting better, but some teams don't keep the same consistency that they had from the start of the season. You start, when you lose one series, the doubts kind of starts to creep in your head, and then you lose the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, and then you're, all of a sudden you started the season off really well, and then maybe you're not doing as well as you were. But Rochester dominated that last game. They have confidence for days now. This game, though, a little bit different to start off the first minute and a half. It's kind of back and forth of who is going to make that first critical mistake. Maybe it is from Feina. Oibu off the backboard flow, top left slot. Who is going to make it? Well, this time, Feina didn't read the pass. Oibu's shot, I don't even know how that doesn't actually go in. The angle looked good, but Flo's there on the cleanup.
Good follow by Flo. Excellent positioning. You said it. Who's gonna get their puzzle pieces together the fastest and the best. And if any team in Challenger is going to do that, it is this Rochester team, because they're playing so damn much together because they're enjoying each other's company. And vibes, Rocket League is not all vibes. You still have to have skill. You still have to figure things out, play, blah, blah, blah. But vibes is such a huge part, especially for a LAN team. And I think they're building that chemistry early. A lot of teams are going to have a culture shock, especially those that have not been to LAN when they get on that stage. We saw that last season. This Rogers team, I don't think they'll have any trouble at all. We've already seen Flow on LAN. We've seen Power on LAN. Maybe I don't know if he's had a LAN experience, but with Flow and Power around you to guide you through the nerves and the jitters of the first day. Speaking of jitters, Fener able to cover his teammates' flushes there. But Omaha starting to make a few critical mistakes so far. Only one goal, so it's not over. Made Snake having all to do. Gets a beat on one, dropping straight down. Follow-up shut down by Oibu. A team who, in their own right, have a lot of experience. Front and center being, I'm gonna say it for the 50th time today. Sorry. Just, hey, you got the LAN MVP in the lobby. You just gotta abuse it and say it every single time, especially if he's gonna be showing up, and he is showing up. Brings his team level and push this to 5. Beautiful beat out and 2, and follow up to himself. Rochester not reading that corner at all. But 2 minutes on the clock. Regardless of how dominant the last 7 minutes of gameplay has been for Rochester, you're tied. As Flow with a sidewall Power will have acres of space. Oh, will he? Pace out of nowhere, shuts it down. Fana goes missing. Midisney is the last back in net. Flow! Beautiful passing play. Oibu again drops it off. Flow. Perfect positioning again the second time. The slot around Midisney. Just dives in front of the goalie. Midisney can't really do anything about it. If he saved that would have been a miraculous save. And Oibu and Flow combine again to give Rochester the lead.
Now where will fortunes change, I guess you could say, for this Omaha team? What can they get done? Down by 1 now with a minute and 90 seconds to go. Not a ton of clock to work with here. Fana just kind of gives that away. Doesn't really get anything out of it. And that's really what you don't want to see, is those plays where you're leaving something to be desired. Of what else could we have done? Well, in this instance, it was a giveaway, a play that was just a simple play that Manchester were able to capitalize on. And we look at the end of this game, a minute to go here. We're still stuck in this blue half. That's kind of what the theme has been for this Omaha roster. Had to play a ton of defense. They do get a chance here, but they are not able to put it on target. Oibu. Both him and Flo gonna commit to that. And they both end up in the wrong place at the wrong time. As you're gonna want something else back off of that play if you are the Omaha Buffalo, because you get 2 players to go, but nobody commits. 30 seconds. Nothing happens, excuse me. As time ticking away. Buffalo still have plenty of opportunity here to do something funny. Get something to go their way, but 10 seconds now. They can't get out of their half. They can't get a meaningful play up the field. 5 seconds now. Clock's going to tick away. It is going to be the rhythm. In 4. You and I predicted it absolutely perfectly. They close it out in 4.
Yeah, it's almost like we know what we're talking about. Shout out to the Buffalo though. They played pretty well. I think it's a relatively-ish new team playing against, at least on paper, the most consistent team in Chow. Not the best. There's been quite a few roster moves, so I'm looking forward to seeing how those teams stack up against this roster team. But they are the team. They are the team to beat. I know they lost the grand final, but again, we said it. It was in 7, and their record for the regular season is 6-2. Compared to the Jungle's 2-5, the team that made grounds. That was I don't know how they did that, but shout out to them. But Rochester is the Chow benchmark right now. They are the team that everybody has to beat. And so far, if they're playing like this, if they're this confident, if they look as good as they do, so well-oiled, such a well-oiled machine, as I don't see many teams beating them. I really don't. So well done to them for shout out for Power for drafting this team, and shout out to the whole team for being W personalities to the point where they love each other so much they're just playing every other day together. We love that.
Yeah. And obviously our third series of the night, there's still, still one more to go. Kansas City and Fargo. Fargo obviously won Rising Star. Did not win Challenger. And I don't believe are close in Challenger, but pretty sure they did make some roster moves, AK. I think they have a different roster, and they do. Flare, Joystick, and Nyrom. They pick up Nyrom from last season from Green Bay. Player that made LAN and did a pretty darn good job at LAN, making the grand finals, but ended up losing to the Fargos, to his own franchise now, the Fargo Steelhawks. But yeah, you've got 3 series down, 1 left to go. We're way past time on it. And yeah, AK, anything else? I got nothing. I think we just need to go to a break.
Oh, that's a break.
Yeah, we're going to break. We'll be back in just a bit. All right, one final series on the docket. The last one was super fun, but this one, AK, is going to be a little bit different. Full roster on the side of the Kansas City Outlaws, but it looks like the Fargo Steelhawks do not have their full roster, but they have a very capable sub in Air MMV. Regardless, it is going to be a fun one. Our final series of the night. The Kansas City Outlaws currently in Challenger, sitting in an alright spot. They're 14th. They're okay. These are two teams that needed to make moves. Fargo 0-6 on the season so far, has not won a series, but they made some moves in the trade window, bringing in Nyrome, trying to reinvigorate this team into something different. But they are doing it with not a full roster. AK, we got to make our predictions quick because we got to get going here on this series. So, who you got?
Respectfully, MKC in 3.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll just go with that. As I honest to God think I just have to. I can't. I'm sorry. Fargo's 0-6. They haven't won. They don't even have their full roster today. It's just like it's impossible to pick them because they, it's difficult indeed. But here we go.
Stu, this is one of those moments where like the casters just can't be wrong, because if we're wrong, it means it's a peak series, and somebody on the Kansas City Outlaws is just straight up throwing, which makes for beautiful viewing experience. So we will be happy regardless. As Fargo still looks to start off an offense. Not what I was expecting to get the first call of the day. Can you have a more obvious caster curse? Shout out Flair for having his cam on. We love that.
Yeah, if you don't use your cam, you will lose.
Hey, with Flair with the assist. Camera buff right there.
Yeah. And obviously you got Nyrome, Flair, and the sub in Air MMV. But Air MMV is a very capable sub. I think could be third round challenger close. Very good Rising Star player. Obviously, this is the Rising Star champions in the Steelhawks, so they've got the best subs in the league currently. And also Nyrome now inserted into the lineup, trying to reinvigorate this team, make them better. But Kansas City struggled so far this season. Barry up in Premier for Brainerd, sent down to Kansas City courtesy of a trade and a move. Beaten by the Victory, sent to Kansas City. Kansas City trying to reinvigorate their team. Cole almost with a dunk. As Nyrome will avoid the bump. Nyrome and Barry teammates last season on Green Bay. This is the storyline that we were looking for, AK. The revenge match between the two of, who will be the winner here between former teammates. So far, Nyrome's Steelhawks a little bit better to start off, up by 1 with a minute and a half in. Drew Starr, they hit that one upfield. Just looking for a testing touch. See what this Fargo team gives him. Barry off the backboard, not on target. We'll have a pinch touch. Air up to Nyrome. Nyrome back to Air off the crossbar. Maybe should have been on target if he got a little bit higher, but didn't get enough height on the ball. Ended up being just a simple touch that was cleared to the side. 2 minutes in, AK, and so far just the one Fargo Steelhawks goal.
That's all you need, though. You just need solidity, especially like given how top heavy this Kansas City team. You don't want to give them a sniff. More likely than not, they will take advantage. So far, so good. And look at the connecting. The pre-jumps, that is open. And Air, slots, like you said, very capable slug. The second goal, again, Flair with a pass. Beautiful dunk by Nyrome. Aggression. Flair also insta-dives on Cole, not expecting that. Fargo looks good.
It just, Kansas City coming off of a sweep in a win. Fargo coming off of a loss. And this is not what I was expecting from this series at all. This is completely backwards from what I was thinking what it would be. But at the same time, Kansas City doing what they got to do to try and keep this game close, but so far they haven't been able to live up to the expectations I think I had for them. Definitely should have been a different scenario here with the sub, but Air and Nyrome and Flare are just going crazy. I mean, this is 3-0 now. Doing whatever they want. Cole can't read that touch. Flare just dives. Barry can't make the touch. Simple goal for Nyrome as he leads his team into an advantage of 3 goals now.
Kansas City just playing like they have acres of time and space. And they're just constantly surprised by the Fargo dive. As Juicer goes missing. Air takes it high, right? You saw players shut it down on 2 pretty much SSLs. I think Cole's SSL. So Blair says, hey, wait, I got the double. No. Air getting chased down. Does get bumped. Nyrome already recovered. Decent 50. Still awkward in this little Fargo corner. Will they concede one? If they shut out this Kansas City Outlaws offense,
it's going to be scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, they didn't just come off a sweep. They came off a sweep, as they will be shut out. They came off a sweep against the reigning major champions, Chicago Jungle, who had a full roster. There's no substitution. They just completely swept them and kept them to 1 goal, I think. It was very dominant. And then now they turn around. Rising Star player subbing up against the 16th seed with 0 points. That 0-6 for the regular season, 0 points for the major. Changed 1 player, so two-thirds of the players still there who has that record. And they're showing you up like this. That does not inspire confidence, but it's still early game. Still so much series to be played. Maybe AC just needs to warm up to how this Fargo team plays. Shout out Flair though with the 3 assists. Getting a playmaker in the first minute. Nyrome, beautiful pass. Nobody trusted. This Ayer has to be careful here. Last man back. Does get dunked. Should be fine. Beautiful dunk from his own self. That's Cole chasing the Devils. Don't connect. Let's look at this aggression by Flair. He has been the first man to this first few minutes. As Nyrome tries a shot. Doesn't connect. I like the idea. 40 seconds clock ticking down, and it's the Fargo Steelhawks on offense. Flair just pops it on net. If that was on, that was in. Kansas City calling, thanking the lucky stars. I forgot what I was going to say there. Very. To Cole, to Drew Star, doesn't go in. Nyrome has it covered. 26 seconds, 2 goals. The way it's going, I have no faith in them scoring. If anything, my passing play. Nyrome this time gives it to Flair. As this Fargo Steelhawks team, there might be a reason this is a team. 16 seed might be the greatest comeback of all time.
Might be the greatest 16 seed ever. 4-1 here. Fargo leading, doing whatever they want really in this series so far. 16 seconds to go. Another shot. Nyrome 2 for 5. 2 for $1. You can't even stop them. Look at this.
Like gets credit for the assist on the kickoff. It's like he has 4 now. We love it. Okay, that's what happens when you have cams on. You become a playmaker. Barry does get bumped. Nyrome plays it slow. Beautiful play. I'm sure this game has nothing. Fargo written all over it. And the Kansas City Outlaws. Our predictions are already wrong. Well, at least mine is. Ain't no sweeps happening here today. Well, unless it's for Fargo, maybe the complete opposite might happen. And the way that went, I would not be surprised. Fargo out shooting this KC team 10-6. If I told you, Stewie, like just blind not knowing what team is what team, and I asked you like, hey, what team do you think has a Prem player that just dropped? Tell me you wouldn't say Fargo. Like what?
But I mean, it's just one of those things. It's a close series. It's a close game. I wouldn't say close game actually. I'd say more of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's on a knife's edge of going the other way of Kansas City being the team that scores 5 goals. They just didn't have that same edge that Fargo had. It just felt like Fargo are here to play right away, and Kansas City's kind of just lollygagging around the field, not really awake and ready to go, but I don't know how we're not awake yet. It's 8 o'clock at night. As see what ends up happening.
I can tell how we're not awake, but I mean, speaking of Zig going the other way, Stewie, Fargo has to be careful not to be complacent here, because we have seen games where, like, the first game, it's just not an indicator of the series as a whole at all. Beautiful fake. Where's the follow? I thought that was an intentional play. There's no follow-up. Where's touch? This Fargo team has to be careful they don't get complacent, as I was saying. Maintain your aggression, maintain your composure. Whether you have something that this Kansas City team can't read, keep it going, keep them guessing. As this might be an opening here. Flair goes for the shot. Too weak and wide. But early aggression favoring the Fargo Steelhawks. Blue Star here around the corner tries centering this. It is middle, but nobody is there. And Air says, you know what, I'll let it come to me. And the patience exuding from this Rising Star sub up. I don't know what just happened, but Nyrone scores. Beautiful pass by Air MMV. I saw him in the air. The ball teleported. But we love that. Nyrone slot bottom corner. Barry unfortunately can't get to it.
Does this look like a KC team that just swept to me? It just doesn't. I mean, there's no edge on the field. Barry maybe gets one here. Maybe it's a challenge. Gets the dunk. Beautiful play. Just winning the kickoff to the sidewall. A lot of boost to work with. Able to get her over the top of Air. Flair gets dunked. I mean, that's much better. But still, if you're waiting till game 2, a minute into it, in order to start actually putting away the chances that you're given, that's not a good look. It's going to be tough to win series throughout the season if that's the case. As True Star dunked by Flair. Flair all over the field at this point. Looking for one more challenge. Does get dunked. And we'll see what ends up happening here, AK. Kind of the latter half of this series as things pick up. Barry's got back-to-back goals. That's much better. That is what I was looking for.
First goal, sure. I was all Barry. But that one, I think everyone will know he should be doing better. Like, greeted the boost a little bit, not playing the ball at all. And Barry just plays it around, plays at 50. Flair with 0 boost double, no. Doesn't connect. If I will still have looks, hopefully for their sake, this KC offense is not woken up. Spoke about waking up and almost instantaneously Barry 2 quick fire goals. Give Kansas City their first lead of the series. Flair last back. That's a lead for Air. To the sidewall. This is just awkward. Bumps by Nyrone. Clears so much space. That might be on. No. Nyrone this time ready and able to go for the ball. KC is maintaining pressure. Something they did not do at all in game 1. If we look at a heat matchup of that first match, I would be surprised if KC were even in the orange half for 40% of the game. I don't think it was even that much. It felt like it was all Fargo. But they won't care about game 1. They're winning game 2. As somebody goes missing there. Air's touch doesn't go where he wanted. Yu has the double. Almost gets the reset off a beautiful first touch. Air moves it way high, trying to follow it up himself. Barry will not let that pass. And Fair rushing back, last back. Barry going for the double. Going for the bump. I don't know why I keep saying double. Double's my favorite word now. Eventually somebody's going to hit a double and I'll be right. I'm just early, I'm never wrong. Beautiful play here by not Rome, just baiting the entire team into 50s. The shot, just not there. Fargo follow-up, somewhat a save by Cole. The Fargo offense is still there. That's following each other up so damn well. I am really impressed by what I'm seeing from this Fargo team. It does not look like a fluke at all. They look like a tried and tested challenger team.
Kansas City stepping up here in this second game. Their fortunes have been a little bit different here in the latter part of this series. Well, like in this game of this series, and not the set so far. The game 1's still heavily taken in favor of the Fargo Steelhawks, but this game has been much better from KC. Flair just looks to shoot it. Barry uses the crossbar and the post. Follow up on target by Air. And all anybody on defense for Kansas City gets is air as they all miss. How this one sneaks through, I don't know. Barry just has no booster. Star goes missing.
I mean, that saved by Barry, and then a second later for it to go in your net. Yeah, that can't feel great. That's okay. You only tied. It's not that bad. Kansas City. I need a way to get some midfield pressure here because it just feels like every single cut from Foggo, and they are cutting a lot. It's just working, and it's just catching this team off guard. Beautiful passing play here. Nyrome shot. This time, very save comes to something. Barely stays alive. Aaron's low boost. His last player is also 0 boost. Nyrome only one with boost. Gets it away far enough to give his team time. That's all you need to do sometimes. Beat out on 1 as well. 20 seconds. Approaching golden goal territory, as it might be Barry's hat trick to shut this game down. Takes it high. Flair has to connect here. Does. Follows it up as well. Beats Cole. Double commit here. Nyrome takes control. Flick over 2. Is there a follow-up here? There is. But Cole able to get back just in the nick in time to shut it down. It's still on the offense. Barry's getting bumped. Flair has the shot. And 5 seconds. That's all the Foggo Steelhawks have to shut down to take this to sweep territory.
That is a incredible play in the latter half of this game. I mean, I'm a little nervous now for this Kansas City team now likely going to be down in this set. Down 2-0 right away. They need to figure it out right now. Fargo on to match point. Looking for a sweep. You cannot tell me that us going into this series, we would have said, yeah, Fargo are going to sweep. No.
Stu. Don't jinx the jinx. Hold on. We don't want this to go too long, you know? We want this to end right here.
Okay.
Let it be the complete opposite of what we said. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah. Like, Caster Curse is just like, I don't even know. I don't even know. How do you even explain it? Oh, the Kansas City Outlaws in a sweep because they have 2 1900s pretty much on the team. And Fuggle has a rising star player. Lol, that's what you think. No.
Imagine
and
thinking
Fuggle
that.
deserve this. This is not a fluke. This is not them like
They're winning.
random,
they're playing this game and winning it. They're winning it. They're not just playing it. They are winning it. They're not getting
goal.
lucky. This is purely them outplaying Green Bay. Them outplaying Kansas City. I'm so used to Barry being on Green Bay. It's just like a brain rot at this point.
And we're about to see that last goal to get out, though. But with that last goal in the last 5 seconds, like, it came from like 20 seconds of sustained pressure. With Fargo going all out for the goal as they almost get a kickoff goal to start off game 3. No timeouts here. Both teams straight into it in a best of 5. As Cole has to connect here. Does. Might be a shot attempt. Air to the backboard. Follow up there. Barry drew. Everybody was up. Doesn't matter. Flair has the dunk. It's a top bins. And the Fargo Steelhawks have the lead.
Yeah, Barry, Drew, same difference. Same player. Not the same play being made. 16 seconds in. It's up indeed for Fargo. What can they get done here in this game as they are just looking for every sort of advantage that they can possibly get. As Air shot is on target. How about Air so far in this series? I mean, that's a rising star player that is playing nothing like a rising star player. I mean, he's doing everything he needs to win this series for his team.
Rising star player is just a name, right? If you're performing like this, it doesn't matter what tier you're in. You can play anywhere. Put him in Prem, and I'd still expect him to perform. Like, from what I've seen today, he looks so comfortable in this lobby, which is not something you would say about a lot of rising star players. Same for a lot of child players who go up. Playing up a tier is not something you just ease into, where you just instantly look comfortable. He looks confident, comfortable, as unfortunately he gets demoed there. They have to take him out to score. Look at these guys.
Cringe. Couldn't be
shout out Air. Unfortunately, Flair doesn't connect there. They are gone. Nyroom can't get back in time. Decent amount of boost pressure there. All Fargo on 0 boost combined. Probably what led to the flare miss on the backboard. Probably expected himself to have like 1 or 2 more boost than he did. Nyroom coming back from offense. But I mean, goals like that will happen. That's fine. You still have the overwhelming pressure, which is I can't believe I'm still saying it. Nyroom, beautiful touch. Drew's touch straight to Cole here. Gives away. Beautiful bumps by Cole upfield. As the follow-up here, they have to be careful, but hits the crossbar. As Air puts it upfield. Just like that by Barry, I feel like to have a chance in this series, you just got to get lucky and get those shots in. You can't. Chances are a premium for this Kansas City team. Speaking of, unfortunately, the opportunity didn't come to anything. Didn't even let me finish my sentence. It's Cole going for the shot. Flair should have this. We'll take his time. Take it up the wall at round 1. Follow-up is there. Takes it anyway. Says, nah, Nyroom, I got it, buddy. Don't worry. 30 minutes at the clock. It's not time to play. What time wasting? What a save by Flair. Barry's attempt this time on target. But the save is there. Is there a follow-up here? There might be open pass, and Aaron gets credit for the goal. And Flair. This Flair guy has to be investigated. He just look at that pass. Oh my god! And Air just perfect position to slot it. The lead doubles.
As 2:40 still left to go. I mean, plenty of time. This Fargo team to close this one out. Flair flip reset forward. Is not able to stick with it. Nyroom to the midfield for anybody that wants it. And it ends up being Cole. Barry looking for one more touch. Insane challenge from Flair. Just gives him no respect. Nyroom once again dunks a new star. True star, excuse me, not new star. But one midfield. Barry trying to find Cole. Shut down again by Flair. And it's 2 minutes left to go in this game. Staring down a 3-goal advantage now. Yeah, it's just like, it just proves it, AK. If you have your camera on, you're going to win the series. That's all you need to know.
In the cams.
I mean, 2:01 to go.
We spoke about Air's confidence, but even Nyroom, Nyroom's a brand new player. There's no reason he shouldn't be confident. He was in the grand finals last season, barely came short. As Kansas City says, don't count us out just
Don't
yet.
count your chickens before they hatch.
Nyroom's confidence, I understand. Rising Star Grand Finalist, Challenge Grand Finalist, last season. Has a chip on his shoulder, something to prove. He's back. But Flair, he has been on this roster for a while now. On a 0-6 team, 0 points in the major, dead last. But he looks like, they were the best player in this lobby right now. Borderline, I mean, honestly, I'd probably still give it to Air, simply because of the Rising Star. But Flair says, hold on, AK, it's all me. He looks so good. Air, last back, what can he do? But we spoke about his confidence, we spoke about his touches and how much control he has, and now they're just instant end-to-end. This time, the chance not finding a teammate, but they still have pressure. Nyroom just driving up the backboard, slowly looking for demos, just prowling. Flair to the ceiling, down. Drew's touch finds Air for his hat trick in Game 3.
What do you do? I mean,
I don't want to jinx them, so I don't want to say anything. So I'm just gonna keep it to myself. This is wow.
I mean, this just looks like a team that just they don't have any problems with how they're playing. I mean, they're just doing whatever they want on the field. And, what do you do? It's like they are living with whatever goes on in this game. A minute to go. Cole, one touch forward. Flair should have that to the corner. They're just going to kill time here. They're leaving the boost for each other. Okay, man, you can have that boost. I'll go mid. I'll play that touch. I mean, it's just the comms are just unreal in this team. I mean, they're doing whatever they want on the field at this point.
I mean, the way they're moving right now, it doesn't even feel like there's any comms to it. It just feels like it's just pure vibes of confidence. Like, look, they're just diving in the opponent's corner. They're just chilling. Look at Flair's face. He's unmoved. It's just another day in the week for him. Yeah. I'll be an opening there. No. In case he's just, I mean, yeah, this is over. There's no amount of jinxing I can do to take this away from the Fargo Steelhawks, and they fully deserve it. The better team won. The better team by a mile won. This was a blowout. This is the definition of a blowout. It's back to the drawing board for Kansas City. I'm curious what happened in that Chicago series because clearly they have something. Unfortunately, they just couldn't find it in this one. And the Fargo Steelhawks do sweep the New Look Kansas City Outlaws in resounding fashion. And let me double check the sheet so I don't want to lie. But does that mean we have no 0-point teams in any tier? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's official. Yeah, it's official. Yeah.
That opening goal.
Fargo Steelhawks.
Opening goal. Oh, that's so tilting. You're on the side of Kansas City. You're like, yeah, that one's going in my net. And then Air hits that shot. I mean, this is just all confidence. Drew Star gave him some opportunity here. Barry just sitting on top of the ball, riding it. And, yeah. Very, very interesting series, indeed. But, you know, it's one of those where it happens the way it happens. I mean, this one really was the killing blow for me. Once Nyrom hit that, it was kind of just, you know, how many points can we put up? Because, I mean, 4 shots from Flair and Air. It wasn't even Nyrom. The new addition was not even the insane playmaker in this series. He didn't have to be. It's kind of just a run-through contest by Fargo of, all right, which person wants to take over in this game. That's what I felt like.
Shout out to the Spooky for now I'm putting this team together. But I know they're missing somebody still, but if they look this good with, I mean, at this point, just bring
Air.
Get
Just
Rising Star.
Bring him in because he's a beast.
He's
an absolute beast. I mean, are we serious? I mean, I've never seen Joystick play. I don't know if he's insane, but Air is gross. It was gross this entire series. Look at him. Opening 2 goals. 4 shots in the first half of the game. In the first 2 minutes of the game. And just completely just running over Fargo. Or running over Kansas City. It was just not even a competition. I'm sorry, Cole. I love you, man, but holy crap. That Fargo team looked like they're 6-0, not 0-6.
I'm sure Kansas City will be back. I have full confidence.
Oh, 100%.
In Cole and Barry.
They'll figure it out.
Star.
I mean, it's their first week together, technically.
Yeah. I mean, same for pretty much same for this Fargo team. And I can't even say it's a honeymoon. It just wasn't close. It was a beat. Yeah, it was so dominant. Everything they did, they were working. They were shutting everything down on defense. They had full control from end to end on defense, on offense, in the midfield, everywhere. So shout out to the Fargo Steelhawks. Shout out to Spooky for creating this team again. Bring up Air. It doesn't matter how good Joystick is. It doesn't matter how anybody is. Air is the best. Oh my.
Oh man.
Doing it a Rising Star, dominating that tier, and then coming up in challenge and putting out that performance. That's something you see every day. As we take a look at our schedule today.
3-0.
Game 5, and the last couple, not going to 5, thankfully, but just as good of a showing. Shout out Rochester, shout out Fargo for absolutely showing out. I'm sure Omaha and Kansas City will be back. They both showed glimpses. Actually, not like KC, sorry. But Omaha will be back. Green Bay, unfortunately, could not complete that reverse.
Sorry, KC.
Bloomington, not that day. So shout out to everybody who competed. Shout out to the winners, the losers. Rocket League is a dedicated game. I'm sure they will all be back. Trade window is still open. Transfer window is still open. We'll close tomorrow or Sunday. Something like that. It will close sometime, but it is still open.
13th.
So.
Yeah, so tomorrow night at midnight. Tomorrow night at midnight.
Yep.
12-13, and that is the end of our trade window 1. Tomorrow, final day of week 4. Premiere. Got a full slate of matches. 3, I believe. Should be. Let me take a quick peek at the matches that we have for Premiere. We can get you guys updated on it, and I'll show you who plays super quickly. But I believe it should be Burnsville and Green Bay. I don't think there was any reschedules, which is surprising for Premier. So it seems like these guys are the reschedule kings, but it is actually Bemidji and Green Bay, not Burnsville and Green Bay. But regardlessly, AK, looking ahead to the end of the season, just I want your thoughts on week, how important some of these weeks are going to be coming. I think weeks 7 and 8 are going to be the most important parts of the season. That really is going to be make or break for me. If the teams that win those weeks are going to have a good end of their season, I hope. So I want your thoughts. What do you think?
I think for me, it's not 8, it's 6 and 7 because of that second trade window and the last chance to do anything about your roster. I forget the date, but there is also a lock this season on when retirements can be replaced. So there won't be roster moves after the major.
I didn't know that.
A few days before
I
that.
did not know that.
Yeah, there is a lock on retirement. So if somebody retires last second, like it's chalked. I'm sorry. Get a Rising Star player there. If you're a Rising Star, get your sub there. Otherwise, if you're a team who has land hopes, check with your teammates every single day if you have to. Double, triple, quad check that they will make land. There will be no exceptions to that rule. But that's that week 6, week 7, how teams are performing going into that trade window and what transpires out of that trade window will tell me a lot about the season. Teams like Rochester and Challenger, I fully expect them to stick out the whole season. There's zero reason for them to change. And I fully expect to see them at land and in one of the top seeds. Everybody else in Challenger? I don't know. I think Rising Star is really interesting this season. And I'm sure we'll cover that in a Rising Star stream, but it's really, really open for anybody to really grab it by the scruff of the neck, if you will. Prem had, I think, the most moves, which is surprising given that it has
surprising considering
teams.
historically Rising Star and Challenger specifically has been the move league. Most of those leagues, both of those leagues have been the ones that are the changers, the ones who are making moves where they feel necessary. Very, very.
I mean, this might be a hot
take,
moment.
But I don't know if that's a good thing for a lot of these premier teams, because in my opinion,
No, you're the first seed. Talk your crap, dude. Let's go. Let's hear it.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like the one of those things of like, it's. I don't know if some of these moves needed to be made. I mean, like, some of these teams are good as they were, or good enough as they were. I mean, it just felt like we were just making moves to make moves. But
I mean, we will see some of those moves
tomorrow. Yeah, we'll get some debuts. I'm really super excited for. I'm working on the schedule as we speak. I'm literally finishing it up so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's going to be a cool one. What I should do realistically from now on, AK, is just pre-make the schedule and then fill it in, and then get a snapshot of it so that I can just display it when needed. But
yeah, tomorrow will be exciting. I will be watching on my phone.
Only 3
from
matches
work.
like normal. Only 3 matches like normal. But we have a great 3-game set. Especially this. There's some teams in here that made moves and are now kind of debuting their roster. Here's your schedule for tomorrow for Premier. Week number 4, Bemidji and Green Bay in that opening set. My team's playing on stream. Yay! Woo! We love it. We're playing the new look Bemidji roster that is now no longer. They got rid of Bubbly Reaper. They moved Swish up, and then now it's Swish, Tricky, and Ha Boo. And then this second set, 345. Guys, tune into this series. It is going to be an insane one. You've got Brainerd with their new roster. They pick up Bubbly Reaper off of his dropping from Bemidji, and now it's Kixby, Bubbly Reaper, and Whitlock taking on the new Duluth. They made a big move, trading for Cato and Kelster off of Burnsville, and they pair them up with 4s. So two new rosters there going against each other, and then Burnsville and Omaha. Omaha made no moves, which was very surprising for me, or hasn't made a move yet. Very surprising for me because they did not make it out of groups. They were the 6th seed going into FIFA E, and they did not make it out of groups, AK, and didn't make any moves. They're currently sitting at 8th in the standings, going up against the Inferno, who are in 4th. And they obviously made moves, trading Kato and Calster, and rebuilding their roster from the ground up. They pick up Garcia and Wesley and Trio now added to the roster. So new look Burnsville team taking on Omaha. We'll see if Omaha can deal with that. But that's your set for tomorrow. It will not be me. I'll be playing in the first one. Tune into it. 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. AK, appreciate you hopping in. Even though you lost your series, I lost my series too. It's okay. It's okay. My team lost too.
Yeah,
it happens.
I lost.
You're gonna win. You're gonna win next week. Okay.
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing.
No. Tell me right now. Look at the camera and say, "I am AK, and I'm gonna win next week." Do it.
I am AK, and I will win LAN. How about that?
Ooh, okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll go with that then. All right.
I didn't say which tier.
You said you're going to win Premier.
Well, yeah, shout out to all the Challenger players for hopping on. It is always delayed streams aren't fun for everybody. Delayed matchups, teams. Shout out to the last 2 matches for waiting to be on stream. Shout out to showing out. Thank you for performing. Shout out to Rising Star as well. I don't know if I said it yesterday, but we love doing these streams. It's seeing people play, enjoying the games, seeing the appreciation people have for those games, for the streams, is what drives us.
We're trying to get as many streams as we can in this season, because right now we're on pace to actually set the record, AK. So, at least in my tenure, we're on pace to set the record. Looking at it right now, we have 21 total streams so far, and we're barely halfway done. We're on pace to get up to 40, maybe even 50 streams. 31 last season, 33 in season 8. Season 9 had 35. Season 10 had only 22. And season 7 had 37. And season 6, I believe, had 38. Maybe it was 37. Something like that. It was season 7 and 6 are about the same number. 35. They're the 2 highest. But we're on pace right now for 40. So let's keep up our consistency. Just, we'll try and get matches on stream whether we have casters or not. Tomorrow we have a full slate of casters, I believe. So tune in for that. Should be a fun one. I may make an appearance for the second 2 series. We'll see. But yeah. Thanks for joining me, AK. Thanks for joining us on this. Guys, have a great rest of your night. That's all I got to say.
Tell you you can be anything you wanna be, a king or a queen, as long as you got a dream. Oh no, it's a lot. They just wanna take your life, try to tell you it's a battlefield. People tell you you can be anything you wanna be, wanna go to outer space, superhero in the streets. Damn, what a lie, what a time to be alive. How have I survived? Life's a battlefield, 1974.